Oh, I like what she's done there.
Oh shit.
You know, she could have actually used my actual real face.
Yeah, she could have used mine too. That's fine.
Oh, we're actually on the stream.
Oh, we are. Oh god, Jen.
Do you hear that? They're talking and they don't even know they're on here yet. But that's okay. They're my guests, so we can do it this way.
I was just saying, you could have actually used my actual face. Like, I think I've got it on Discord and Twitter.
I wanted to use the emote.
Oh.
I like your emote, so I wanted to use the emotes, okay?
My little one.
So you're just gonna have to sit through my introduction now.
Oh no.
Because that was my fault.
Lexia.
But anyway, we have two very special guests today on the PizzaChan's EVILcast. Excuse me, I can't talk. PizzaChan's EVILcast. We have Shotgunjen. Say hello, Jen.
Hi.
And we have the Queen, 17KB.
Hello.
Hello. And she has a new mic. Everybody, tell me about the sound because I don't know about the sound. People are saying I'm really low. So tell me. Oh, Shinky!
Shinken.
And if you'll be back to watch. Oh, Shinken. No worries.
Look at all of the cuties. Oh my god.
I like how you've done, like, our pictures with, like, the health.
Don't even ask how long that took, okay?
That's really cool. Yeah, I like how you did that.
Yeah, it looks amazing.
Oh.
It was like my name and your name, Jen, was a little bit too big. Queen's just went pop, sits right over top of it. I was like, yes,
Oh,
that's perfect.
shit.
And I was like, why is our name so long? So,
You
but
should have just put Jen.
I probably could have, but you know. Thank you
No, it
very
looks
much,
amazing.
Shinky. I appreciate it. I go through a lot of effort for my podcast background. Thank you, Jen.
Oh, I think I really like that background and all
Thank
that.
you.
How
It's
you set it up, really good.
Lexi Lou, how was the sound? Tell me. Lexi Lou.
Lexi.
Lexi's like, no.
No, I'm not talking to you.
No.
Pete, how do we sound?
Yeah. Oh, I forgot Pete was in here. Hi, Pete.
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 I'm losing my mind here. All these
Losing your mind.
notifications going off all at once. Okay. Very Halloween background. Oh, just you wait. I have a Halloween theme coming. But today we are talking about Resident Evil because it is technically Resident Evil week. The actual date was a couple of days ago, but we don't care. We're going to talk about it today anyway.
Isn't it September 28th?
Yeah, 2 days ago.
Yeah, 28th. So it was basically, it was Resident Evil 3, Resident Evil 2, Resident Evil 3. That's how it lines up. Because it splits right in the middle. It's like, hello?
Yeah, isn't Jill in the hospital right now? Look up I don't even know, but
yes, she's waking up in the hospital.
Yeah, I think
right about now. So Shinky, Faye, thank you for gifting that sub to Shinky. Shinky, enjoy your emote. I have a pumpkin emote, guys. There's a pumpkin emote if you want to use it. Okay.
Yeah, it could be because you're using speakers, Pete. So you're probably not the best to ask.
But yeah. Alright, so we'll just keep going. If you guys can't hear them, please yell at me. Like in highlighted messages that you can't hear them. Because I drown people out. So, shall we start this fun shindig, ladies?
Yes.
We're talking about our favorite subjects today.
Oh god, yeah.
It's Resident Evil. I remember doing the podcast with Queen, and we started talking about Resident Evil and forgot to talk about speedrunning. So we just went off. So we get to do it again. Amber, how you doing? Welcome on in. No yelling at pizza for any reason. No, you can yell at me. It's fine. I hate wearing both earbuds. I'm such a weirdo. I can only wear one. Anyway. So, since Jen hasn't been on my podcast before, we're going to ask you first. Why do you love Resident Evil?
Oh.
Oof.
I'm trying to think back because how old would I have been when Resident Evil come around? Because my first one was Resident Evil 2. I remember that much. And I can't remember when I started playing it, if it was around my uncle's. Because I know I used to play on his PlayStation, especially Resident Evil 3. And Nemesis used to scare the life out of me.
Oh my god, yeah, he did. Oh.
But it's just like childhood memories. I'd say, because I grew up with them, obviously, because I'm like, was it 34? I forgot how old I was then. So, yeah, I was basically like a young kid when they come out. So, yeah, I guess it's just like because I grew up with them because I don't know, like zombies, like post-apocalyptic and all that. I just love stuff like that. Horror and all that.
Same. I find it comforting when everybody else is like, oh, we want to do this cozy thing. I'm like, nah, man, let's do zombies and stuff. My favorite movie as a kid was Aliens with xenomorphs. 8 years old, and that's my favorite movie. So you gotta know something was wrong with me back then.
No, that's awesome. That's awesome.
Queen, why do you love Resident Evil?
God. I think, because I obviously played games in my childhood. Ratchet and Clank, some people might know them. And FIFA. I wasn't really into the whole gaming world as I am now. And when I started playing RE7, which is also my first RE game, yes, I'm a late one. I was like, oh damn, this is fun. Like, I like this. So I went on to play RE2, RE3, and all these games. And I got into Twitch because I got to know some people on RE Resistance multiplayer. And they were like, oh, come to Twitch and have fun with us. And I got into this whole gaming existence, basically. And yeah, Resident Evil brought me to all of you, basically. So I'm thankful for the game.
And we thank Resident Evil for that.
Yes, exactly. So these games just opened a whole world for me.
You had a completely different experience than Jen and I had, because we started with the originals.
Yeah.
The super tank controls and the atmosphere was completely different. You really need to try them, is what I'm saying. I'm gonna send you an old school PlayStation and an Elgato, I swear, because you have to try them.
God.
They're amazing.
Oh, Lizzie, I tried RE0, but nah.
No! Okay, I will get into RE0 in a little bit, okay? Why I hate it so much. It's beautiful. It's beautifully designed. I mean, the graphics and everything are amazing. But it just makes me so mad. But anyway. But yeah, the experience is completely different when you started from... I started from Resident Evil 2 as well. I was actually in college when I discovered it. It was 2 o'clock in the morning, and I was supposed to be doing an art project for school, and I wasn't doing it. Because my roommate says, hey, yo, you gotta try this out. And I was like, oh, come on, I gotta finish this project. I was actually making, not that this really makes any difference about Resident Evil, but I was creating my own art book at the time. It was about a witch in a castle, and I was doing all the typography and everything all inside of it, and it was just time consuming. I had to bind the book and everything myself. But anyway, and I was like, no, I have to go and finish this or I'm gonna fail my project. She's like, it'll take you 5 minutes and you'll like it. 3 hours later, I'm like, oh man, it's like this early in the morning. I gotta go home. And then I was walking through the parking lot and I thought everything was a zombie. It's like, yeah, but it was the greatest experience ever. I was like, butterflies and rainbows were just popping out of the PlayStation. It was like the most amazing thing ever. And I knew I was going to be in love with this series for the rest of my life. I will excuse them for Resident Evil 6. So you can keep going.
Can I just add why I like Resident Evil as
well? Sure.
It's because it's how I met Pete.
As well.
Oh, really?
Yeah, Resident Evil 5 is how me and Pete met. It's a little bit of a mushy story.
No, you better tell it now.
Let's go.
Well, we met back in 2009, March, I think it was. And I was playing like mercenaries and stuff. Pete's probably gonna be like, Jen, please don't tell this story. But... and I helped him unlock Wesker because you need to get like an A rank or something like that to unlock Wesker. And I helped him do it. And then he messaged me after on the Xbox 360. And he said, oh, you're pretty good for a girl gamer. And back then, it was still a bit up in the air. Like
It was
with girl
controversial back then. It
gamers.
was like there weren't that many
Yeah,
hardcore
yeah.
gamer girls.
Yeah, like if I went in the game shop back then, like I'd get like people staring at me like, why is there a girl in a game shop? But I thought that was really nice, and then like it just went on from there. Like I added him as a friend. We played loads of mercenaries, and then we played Resident Evil 5 professional mode, and then we got playing other games. So thanks to Resident Evil 5, it brought me to Pete. So
That's so cute.
You know, the similar thing happened to me and my husband. I wasn't with him when I started college, but we became best friends in college. But we started to bond over Command and Conquer, if you guys know what that is. Basically, it's a strategy war game where you play one side versus the other, and it's really cool. But that's how we bonded. He's like, "You like this game?" I was like, "I've never played it before, but it looks freaking cool. Let's try it." So I was playing, and I sat there and played at his computer for like 8 hours. Like, "Oh my god, I am so sorry. I just stole your computer for this long." And he's like, "No." And he's super shy, so he didn't really talk to me. So I got maybe 1 or 2 words out of him. That was our relationship as best friends. I would talk to him, and he would go, "Uh-huh."
Oh my god.
He's so much better now, but I understand that, Jen. It's so cute. I love Pete, by the way. He's amazingly funny. He has no idea how funny he is.
I missed the train here. Shit.
What train?
You're
No, Queen, yours is coming. Yours is going to be an epic romance. You know, the kind they make operas about. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, I was 22 when I met Pete.
Aww.
Nearly 23. Well, no.
Okay.
I forget.
Oh, Lizzie, don't do that!
2009. I was about 22, 23 when I met Pete, so it could still happen.
It's true, it's true.
You're still young, for goodness sake.
I know, but I feel so old.
I know that feeling. It's like the life is trying to suck the life out of you. Anybody who works in retail, God bless you.
Oh, I used to, and
they will suck the life out of you.
You get treated like dog shit.
And they're like, it's like, we are the foundation of your world. We are serving you. Can you not treat us like shit? Thank you very much.
Exactly.
But anyway. All right, next question should be very easy. Jen, which is your favorite Resident Evil game and why?
Oh, that's easy for me.
That's what I thought.
I mean, you're probably thinking Resident Evil 2, but no. And it's a bit funny with this as well, but my favourite Resident Evil is Resident Evil 4. Now, when I first played Resident Evil 4, when it first released, I played it on the PlayStation 2, and I was sitting there playing it, and I was like, oh, this is shit. Like, it's not based in Raccoon City. It doesn't feel like Resident Evil. But then the more I played it, the more I thought, right, this is actually a good game. Like, this is really good. And an enemy in Resident Evil 4, the Regenerators, scare the shit out of me. Even now, like, the noise they make, how they move, scares the shit out of me. And I ended up being, you know what, this is a really good game. And I've played Resident Evil 4 probably over 10 times. I've done challenges on it, everything, got 4 achievements. I just love it. It's just, I don't know, just like the setting.
The shooting puzzle or the shooting thing where you shoot all of the medallions.
Yeah. Like it's just like a mixture of like horror and action, but like a good balance, I'd say, in between. But yeah, like at first I wasn't too keen, and then I just grew to like it. But yeah, Resident Evil 4's my favourite.
Yeah, I started Resi 4 on the GameCube. And when I got to the troll, I nearly peed my pants. I was like, you want me to fight that? I was like, oh my god. Yeah, but I like that one. I played that one a lot as well.
Yeah. It's
Queen?
just a classic. Yeah.
What is your favorite one and why?
It's a difficult one.
I know.
Well, I think I have to put RE3 up there.
Remake.
Of course you're gonna pick 3. Because you've been married to that one for a very long time now.
That's my girlfriend that I found in Resident Evil 3. Basically.
Jill Valentine, come here and marry her.
Like, I played that game over and over again, speedrunning it, and just I don't know. I kept on playing it, finding challenges, excuses to keep on playing it because I loved streaming it and I love playing it. But if I have to go for the best first experience with a Resident Evil game, then I would pick RE Revelations 1.
Really? Revelations?
Yeah.
Oh, interesting.
Why?
Yeah.
Why?
I don't know. One, it was so scary in a sense. Like you get on that boat and they're like, "Oh, this is the Queen Zenobia," and you're like, "What the fuck is this?" And the enemies are very creative, and with raid mode and all that stuff, it just yeah, it's a great experience.
Yeah, it
I need
wasn't the
to play
first one to
that.
have on the boat. I think Dead Aim was on the boat. It wasn't very popular, but I think it was the first one on a boat setting. But I haven't played either of
Yeah.
the Revelations. I have
You
them. They were
should.
gifted
I
to me
played
by
the second.
Desmondo, who's in the chat right now. Thank you, Des. I will play them. I still have to try those out.
I have
It's
to
the
play
only
one.
Resident Evil I haven't been
Yeah.
able to play. I can't play 8, unfortunately, until they fix the field of view. And 7 did not appeal to me at all. So.
Do you have
Yeah.
Revelations, Jen?
Not the first one, no.
Okay.
No, I do want to play that. That is something that I keep forgetting, but I do want to play because I've never played it. I've watched,
That's amazing.
yeah, I've watched a playthrough or two, I think, but when I play, it will be like mostly blind because I can't remember much of it at all.
Yeah.
Well, my
But I played
favorite,
just
everybody
one.
should already know, is Resident Evil 2 Original. Because that's what I started with.
Yeah.
Cheesy
yeah.
dialogue. Oh my god, the cheesy dialogue is amazing. I can recite it from line to line.
Go.
Coffee! Thank you for giving me your prime! Sorry, I didn't mean to yell in your ear. But
Stop
the
yelling
dialogues
now.
of the older ones are so bad. It's so good. And the noises, like when you're pushing the statue across the floor, that it's so great. And the
Yeah.
Easter eggs, because in the first floor where you walk through for the first time to go around to the training room, it says Red Rum right on the boards. I was like, oh,
yeah,
shining
yeah.
reference! Everything about
Oh my
that game
God.
is just amazing to me. I can still go through it and read all of the memos and books and everything. And I still get excited about playing it. It's ridiculous
Yeah.
after how many times I've played it. But I still get excited about playing it.
It's easily my second favourite, I'd say.
Yeah.
Resident Evil 2 Original.
I really only played through Resident Evil 3 like 3 or 4 times, and I feel ashamed that I haven't played it more. That one was my sister's favorite. My sister would go ham on that. It's like, oh my god, girl, you going crazy. But she definitely loves 3 better than 2.
Yeah, some people
Oh,
do. I mean,
really?
I recently like streamed it, didn't I? I think.
Yeah, the
Can't remember
Resident
when,
Evil
but-
3 you had.
3, yeah, original, yeah, and
Yeah, you did. I think that was one of the first streams I watched you play.
yeah, and
You were
'cause
mixing ammo and complaining about something.
because that was the Resident Evil that scared me when I was a kid. Because I used to play it around my uncles, and whenever Nemesis came on the screen, and you could hear that daunting music, even when you're out in a safe room, you can hear it outside, and you know he's there. Like I used to pause the game and pass the control to my uncle, and he'd sit there laughing, saying, "Oh, Jen, you do it," and I was like, "Nope, nope, Nemesis is there." So he had to get me through Nemesis, but.
Oh, we have a
Oh my
question
God.
already in chat. How are all of you so talented at RE? Lexi, Lou, seriously?
Lexi.
Have you seen me play Resident Evil? Yeah, of course you had. I played it like 13, 15 times on my channel. One who's talented there is Queen, who has balanced Inferno.
help.
Oh my god, she's crazy. We called it Unferno after I watched her play that. I'm like, oh my god. Oh, but if it wasn't for her, I never would have tried any of the other difficulties.
It was horrible. My Inferno speedrun experience, horrible.
But
Absolutely.
Queen has also
horrible.
done the Hot Dogger.
Oh,
Only Hot Dogger, which is also amazing. I have footage of that.
Oh my god. I got so pissed against Nemi 1. Like, nah. That was crazy.
Yeah.
That was crazy.
But she's amazing. Yeah. I forgot what I was gonna
Thank
say.
you.
My brain just went sorry. It's been doing that. Ever since I started working, my brain just immediately deflates right in the middle of a question.
Oh, that's normal. That's normal.
Oh, I was gonna
Sure.
ask Jen about the Force Survivor, Hunk. Did you have any trouble with that on the original? Because it kicked my ass every time I tried to play it.
Oh god, I can't remember what room I used to get up to, but yeah, I never completed it. Because there was one room, I can't remember what room it is, but yeah, I would just like run out of ammo.
Mm-hmm. See, I just go gung-ho on the ammo. I always run out.
Yeah, because I'm not confident. That's why I can never speed run. Is I'm not confident with dodging enemies
Mm-hmm.
and running from enemies. Because when I do that, I panic and then I end up like running into dead ends and getting lost. So my method is kill all enemies. So
Oh my god.
But I mean, it's true what Queen said though. It is a fact. The harder the difficulty, the easier it is to dodge. Because you're on easy mode, it is almost impossible to dodge. You always get hit. But on Inferno, it's like parkouring like every 5 minutes. It's like, holy crap! I want to play on Inferno mode just so I can dodge like that because it's cool.
Yeah, the dodge on Inferno is so easy. It's hard to miss, really.
Queen, what is your current Inferno time?
My Inferno time, I don't know. Something over an hour.
But you're also trying hardcore. You're trying to get a record somewhere on the record board.
Yeah. Oh my god, let me look up my time. This is me not knowing.
Also, I actually also battled Tofu as well. I didn't get that far when you were playing Tofu, but the fact that he makes a noise when he walks cracks me up.
Okay, guys, my time is on hardcore 20%, 60 FPS, 55 minutes and 13 seconds.
Did you guys hear that? 55 minutes. Oh my god, you're insane, and I love you. I love your determination and diligence and stamina. Throw the controller. Goodbye. It's like, no, I can't do that. That's why I can't play Dark Souls or any kind of game like that. It freaks me out and makes me all angry. It's like, no, I can't do that.
Dark Souls makes everybody angry, in my opinion. Like, nah.
Okay. All right. So we're gonna move on to the next thing, which is actually the Resident Evil timeline. We're going to talk about the games a little bit in succession, and you guys can give your opinions on them. Okay? We'll start with the obvious, Resident Evil 0. If you want to start, Queen.
Go on, Queen.
I hate that game so much. It's such a stupid game. I don't get it. I don't get the characters. I don't get the whole system with drop your item here and then don't forget it, and you have to run all the way back to get one fucking item that you dropped, and it's a no for me. That the entire game is annoying.
So you definitely hated the mechanics and the structure. Yeah, I don't understand why it switched back and forth. It's like that's the first game that ever did that. It just it doesn't fit right in the storyline. To me, I was like, wait, isn't Rebecca supposed to be at the mansion later? I guess I don't know, but it's just I don't know. And Billy was a half-boiled character. He's one of those characters that they made and then they disappeared, like Carlos.
Yeah,
exactly. That in a minute too. What did you think, Jen? Did you play that one?
Resident Evil 0 is the one that I've not physically played myself, but I've sat there and watched Pete play it, and I've watched a few playthroughs, and I'm like, even if someone paid me, I am not going to play this game.
Yeah, it's frustrating. It is really frustrating.
Yeah, I don't know what it is, but like Queen said, the whole dropping your items, it's like, really? And I don't know, like, some bits of it was like good and that, but it just seemed very bland. Like the main villain, like the guy in the dress, I'm like, why are you in a dress and singing opera and all these like slugs are coming out of you, and that it's just
literally we call them the leech man, but there actually is a leech man in Outbreak.
Yeah.
So
weird and bland.
So strange.
Yeah.
What is Rebecca doing in there? I don't get what
I don't like Rebecca to begin with. So she's like one of those characters. It's like you're so useless. Go away. Please.
Yeah, exactly.
Please go
like, why are
away.
you stars? Like, go away.
And Billy's forgettable. Like he's so dry.
Mhm.
Like,
I had to actually look up what his name was before the podcast. I was like, what was that dude's name?
Billy Cohen. Yeah.
I was like, what's his deal? Oh, he's an ex-soldier. Oh, he's accused of something he didn't do. Yeah, okay, thanks.
Yeah.
You just go stand over there next to Ethan, all right? I get you.
I gotta admit, I prefer Ethan over Billy.
Yeah, I
Oh
would
my
too.
God.
I mean, Ethan is
Same.
like a limp noodle, but he at least is determined to get things done no matter how many limbs he loses. So,
Yeah.
Yeah, and Ethan at least doesn't have a whole tattoo that says "Mother's Love" or something. And I'm like, what?
yeah, I don't know what that is. There was some conspiracy theories that Billy eventually became Nemesis,
Mm.
but I don't know.
I don't
Nah,
know.
Nemi's too cool for Billy.
Yeah.
But
yeah.
it wasn't that tall. I mean, Nemesis is like 12 foot tall. What do they do? Give him no. It must be the high heels. Nemesis has high heels. That's what it is.
Yes,
Yes,
these boots.
stilts.
Oh
goodness.
no! But I do say I like the train setup. It's a really cool idea. But
Mhm.
it didn't pan out for them at all.
No.
No,
Nope.
I don't think I've met a person that said, "Oh yeah, Resident Evil 0 is my fave." It's like, nah.
No,
Yeah.
definitely not.
Okay, next would be Resident Evil 1 OG or the
Oh.
remaster. Personally for me, I like the original OG better than the remaster. But that's
Oh.
because I'm old school and I just can't get that out of my brain.
Yeah.
But I do like the remake, the RE2 remake. I really love that one because I play it all the time. But the remaster, it just made me mad. But I admit it is
Oh.
really pretty. What do you think, Jen?
Well, story of Resident Evil the original. I had the director's cut on the PS1,
Mm-hmm.
and I tried playing it like, as a kid, and I got to the first encounter with Yawn in the attic with just one rocket launcher ammo and a few pistol clips, bullets, and that was it. I got stuck. I just could not complete. I found it too difficult. I just couldn't get past it. I was like, you know what? I'm moving on to Resident Evil 2.
Yeah.
But I did not long ago play. See, I prefer the remake, Resident Evil 1 remake, because I
Mhm.
not long ago played it for the first time. Like, even though I'd watched quite a few playthroughs on it and stuff like that, but actually like playing it, and I was like, oh yeah, I can, because it's different when you watch someone and then actually playing it yourself.
Mm-hmm.
Like
Yeah.
that's really different. And when I played it, I was like, yeah, this is easily my third favorite game, Resident Evil 1 remake. I mean, I'd say with the OGs, I just found it too difficult. I mean, maybe now, maybe I could complete it, but back then, I just thought was like, nah, this is
Yeah,
too
understandable.
Yeah,
too hard for me.
the original is a lot of back and forth, and if you have to keep your animo completely sectioned into areas, otherwise you're screwed if you don't have enough. You're totally screwed. It's like I might as well just
Yeah.
start over. So, yeah. How about you, Queen?
I only played a little bit of the remaster, and
Mhm.
I've watched multiple playthroughs of it. And I do have to say that if I compare it to RE0, it's easier to play
Mhm.
because you
Mhm.
don't have to drop your items and stuff, and it's more relevant to play, really, because it's Jill and Chris.
Of
And
course.
if you play, let's say you start playing the newer RE games, you want to know who's Chris, who's Jill, how did they start off, like how did they come to be, you know? So you want to play RE1, and RE0 is kind of like playing it because it has Resident Evil on it, but it's not relevant for the story, in my opinion. So yeah, I think RE1 is a great game. It's just not my game because I don't really like fixed camera. But
Mhm.
it's a great game overall.
It's awesome.
Sorry, I just had to get my because we talked about Resident Evil. I just had to bring forth my Resident Evil 4 Leon Funko Pop and my. Funko Pop in her card outfit. I have to do it. It's like when I was playing Dead by Daylight and I was playing Pinhead.
Mhm.
I was really hyped for him as a killer. Like I've got the Funko Pops in, and I had to bring him forward. So I was like just to get excited. So yeah, I've got Leon here from.
We
Resident
gotta have
Evil 4.
merch hype. Merch hype.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I
So-
got all kinds of merch around my house. You know, I got my Daryl Dixon pop. I got my keys, all my art. Yeah, it's ridiculous when you start making fan fictions and drawing art of these
Oh, shit.
characters all over the place. You know what I mean?
Thing is, though, she still
Yeah.
keeps falling off her stand all the time. She's really flimsy on it.
Yeah, yeah. I don't know whether they need to make sturdier stands for those pops because their heads so freaking big.
I know.
But they don't. They don't.
There we go.
So, guys, we're gonna talk about my favorite one coming up,
Oh,
which
Oh
means
god.
actually no, we're gonna talk about After we're gonna do it in the order now, we'll talk about Resident Evil 2 because I want to talk about it because it's my favorite. So we're gonna talk about Resident Evil 2.
Ooh.
Resident Evil 2. When I discovered this game, I knew everything about it down to Leon's license plate. So
Ooh.
I was playing this game so much. It's like I swear I was starting to wear a hole in the disc. It's like, would you stop playing? It's like I can't. It's amazing. But I heard basically the creators were going to use Chris and Jill again, but they realized that they wouldn't really be super scared. They wouldn't have the shock factor as adding new characters. So that's where Leon and Claire came from. So they created them because Jill would no longer be scared of zombies because she's been blasting them all the way through the mansion. So
Yeah.
and she saw the first tyrant, Mr. Nice Booty. But so none of that would scare her, so they made these new characters, Leon and Claire, which both have very interesting backstories. One's a college student, the other one is a cop who just broke up with his girlfriend and wanted a new start in a new place. So I thought, hey, that's pretty cool. But yeah, I fell in love with the art, the music. I mean, just listening to that opening theme in the main hall on the original gives me goosebumps.
Yeah. I just got goosebumps thinking about it.
It's so good. It's so. If I didn't get a copyright strike, I'd be playing the music right now because I have all the soundtrack. Damn it! But still, I just love everything about it. So much that I have Leon paintings on my wall, and I have the keys, and I have the badge, and I even made at a time when I was super nerdy, I made a Resident Evil RPG, like a tabletop RPG, and I played it with my roommates, and it was ridiculous. It was ridiculously fun.
Yeah, that sounds awesome.
So, and when the remake came out, it was the only time that I ever stay up past when I'm supposed to be in bed, which is like 9. I stayed up till the release so I could install it and play it a little bit before.
Oh my god.
I actually stayed up, and I was like, I have a massive migraine. I need to go to sleep. So I went to sleep for a little while and woke back up, and then I started playing again. And I didn't stop. I just played it for like 2 weeks straight. And my husband's like, you need to stop and get up and move. You're going to grow moss on your head. I was like, no, stop it. No, I can't. I love this game so much. I had to find everything about it. But,
I was 11 when that came out.
The original Resident Evil
2, yeah, I was 11. I mean, I don't think I played Resident Evil 2 till maybe like a few years after its release because I didn't really. I think about 11, 12 is when I got my first like PlayStation. That's when I started actually getting into games, and I think that's when I played Resident Evil 2 and all that. I think just after that.
Pretty cool. Queen, I know you've only played the remake, but your thoughts on that one? I was still waiting for you to play that on stream.
Oh my god, I'm so sorry.
I know,
Oh my god, I'm so sorry. No, I've been bullying her since I first met her to play this on stream. So.
Oh my god. No, I'll download it.
I know
I'll
it's
play
not
it
your
next stream.
favorite. I know 3 is your favorite, but
Well, I had different experiences with 2 and 3. Like I played 7 first, and from 7 I went to 2. And 2 was just amazing. It was scary. tense, all these zombies walking around, and sometimes it was like really dark, and you would hear like a zombie in the distance, and be like, "Shit, I only have 5 bullets. I'm not gonna make it."
And Mr.
It was
X, of course,
just
your husband.
yes, exactly. At some point, he's starting to chase you, and you're like, "I cannot go to that room because there's a liquor," and it's just it's chaos. It's chaos in RPD.
Yes,
But
it's
it's so
great.
much fun. It's more tense than RE7 in that sense because it's not open world, of course, but you do have like you can backtrack, you can go from left to right in RPD. You have this whole space, and I think that is what makes RE2 such an amazing game. That you have the freedom to solve puzzles and do stuff on your own in your own pace and walk to things your own way. That's also why it's a very interesting speed run because there are so many options. I think it's just it's an amazing experience, and I think I had a better first experience with RE2 than RE3
Hmm.
because with RE3 I was expecting it to be kind of the same. It was more linear, and I think most of the RE players that I know agree with me that it's a shame that RE3R didn't have the freedom that RE2R had. So I think
Yeah, I agree with
RE2R
that.
in that sense is better than RE3R.
Yeah, it would have been better if they offered that RE3R as a DLC than a full game because
Yeah.
it's just not long enough. But I like long games, so back to
Yeah, I
that.
agree.
But the Resident Evil 2 definitely did it for me. And Leon, yes. I didn't talk about Leon. Dad Pulio! What are you doing? Yes, Queen is here. And Shotgunjen.
Hi.
Hi.
They're listening to me ramble about Resident Evil.
Oh god.
But yeah, that's my problem. But there's a ton of Easter eggs in Resident Evil 2 and Resident Evil 3 back to back. There's the what was that one? Because Capcom makes the fighting games with Sakura and all that. They actually have her name backwards on one of the buildings, and they have Mikhail's name somewhere listed on the building in 3, so or 2 instead of 3. So it's got all. I love how they hide that stuff in there, and I'm like, and I still say that cowboy hat that's sitting on the table where you find Elliot cut in half. I swear to God that's Rick Grimes' hat. I haven't confirmed that conspiracy, but I swear to God that's Rick Grimes' hat. Why else would it be there?
I don't know.
But I like it. But
That's awesome.
now we're going to talk about Resident Evil 3.
Ooh.
Which Jen said she started with Resident Evil 3.
No, Resident Evil 2.
Resident Evil 2. But I'm going to start with Jen. I said it backwards. Sorry.
No, I forgot to talk about Resident Evil 2. But just quickly.
Oh, sure. We can backtrack. We can talk about Resident Evil 2 all day.
But yeah, it's obviously like my second favorite because it was like my first Resident Evil game that I played. And I must have like played it around my uncle's and then bought it myself, like I must have done, because I don't know, because that's how I got into like Resident Evil 3 as well, like because of my uncle and that, because I used to go around his and play on his like PlayStation app. But I remember like I got so like, I wouldn't say like obsessed, but so like into it that I sat there for a solid 2 hours trying to complete it in under 2 hours so I could get like the infinite rocket launcher, I could like get everything unlocked. And I remember at the end of it, I was so dying to go to the toilet. I could not get off my bed quick enough because you can't because the time just goes. So you can't pause it because the timer still goes. But yeah, I had fun times with it. Like I remember like trying to get my brother to play it when he was like little, and he would get up to the bit with the liquor in the hallway, and he'd be like, "No, I can't play it," because he was only little then, and he got really scared. So he used to just like muck around in the beginning bit, like letting the zombies bite him and stuff. But yeah, but now he used to speed run it. But yeah, I had some like good memories on Resident Evil 2.
It's good. My sister will be playing at the end of October on the 30th. She will be playing Resident Evil 2 for the first time with me on stream.
Ooh.
She's
Oh,
never played it
nice.
before. She said, I'm going to be so scared. I was like, no, you'll be fine. I'll be right here with you. And you'll have lots of
awesome.
support. She's like, I can't do it. I said, you promised me. You can't back out now. But yeah, she's going to be doing that. So I hope you guys can come and cheer her on for her first.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
It's not her first
Definitely.
Resident Evil experience, but she's never played the remakes.
Yeah.
Okay.
And they are definitely to be enjoyed, is what I'm saying.
They are.
But
Yeah, sorry to backtrack, but I
no, but by all means, backtrack. I
Jeremy.
don't care.
I forgot to mention that, like, with that time that I had sat there for solid 2 hours.
Oh yeah,
that's
yeah.
funny.
You get leg cramps. I used to do that.
Oh,
When
God,
I was
had a
trying to
hard
do
time,
the S
everything.
plus run, my leg went numb so many times because I sit on my feet when I play. Seriously. I gotta stop sitting on my feet. But next up is Resident Evil 3.
Oh.
Like I said when we first started, Resident Evil 3, I only played it a couple of times. I don't know, because the Nemesis always made me really tense. So I didn't want to play it. It creeped me out because he can pop up anywhere. Not like the remake, where you know where he's going to pop up. The old school one, it's like, whoa, what's that noise? When you hear that noise, you're like, no, he's here somewhere. I'm gonna pee my pants. But I like I'm gonna backtrack now. In Resident Evil 2 with Mr. X, how he camps outside the doors. It's like, hey,
Oh my God.
go away!
Oh, yeah. Oh, God.
He's too funny.
He is too funny, yeah.
He is.
But I do enjoy Resident Evil 3, both versions. I do prefer the new and updated version of Carlos. The old Carlos was cheesy funny. The new Carlos is, yeah, he's sassy. I like him. So
I love
yeah,
the
there's a
new
lot of
Jill.
things to like
Yeah.
about Resident Evil 3.
She's
remake.
my Jill, the remake. Like, they done her
I agree.
perfect.
Yeah, that's
Absolute
how I imagine
perfect.
Jill would be.
Yeah.
But yes.
Oh, I
What
had
do
some
you
memories
think,
of Resident
Queen?
Evil 3.
We already know what you think about Resident Evil 3. She's like, it's my favorite. It's my favorite. Someday we'll see her on that speedrunning board at number 1.
Maybe.
When she
one
runs
day.
over Legacy GR's head. I'll go do it.
Oh shit. And Orson and all these guys, they're too good. They're too good.
Yeah, all the
But,
Resident Evil speedrunners, the Super Andy and Moonrunes, but Moonrune does more of the Outlast than
R7.
anything, but it's like,
Yeah.
oh my god, I admire speedrunners so much. I like taking all of that abuse from the game. That RNG has killed me 500 times, but I'm gonna still keep going. Give me my Red Bull, I'm ready. So
These guys are crazy. They do, especially Orchlan and Nick's Issues. They stream Resident Evil every stream.
yeah,
And every stream is another speedrun over and over again.
yeah,
I'm
they
like,
see it in
oh
their
my
sleep,
god.
you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. It's like
But,
insane, especially Orch, because he's on almost every day speedrunning one of the RE games, and I'm like, how do you do it?
Yeah,
I would go crazy.
Various Ominous Drones is doing a no damage run for Resident Evil 3.
Oh,
So he's trying to
remake?
get through it without getting hit by anything, and he's doing pretty well. He can get through the part with the spiders, like not getting hit at all. I'm like, man, you crazy!
Yeah, that's the
it's
perfect
just funny to
speedrun
see everybody
scenario.
doing challenges now for that game, giving it more replay value.
Yeah.
Because
Yeah, it's sad that it doesn't have replay value in itself.
it's true.
You have Inferno, of course, but a lot of people don't even try Inferno because they think it's too hard and they don't want to spend their time 24 hours wasting on maybe 4. So yeah, I get that.
Ma'am, can we talk about the rolling head?
Lord.
That killed me so many times. I thought I was gonna lose my mind. It's
Yeah,
like,
you
oh my
need to
god, the
stair
rolling head.
skate.
I just cannot stair skate. Well, no matter how hard I try, my fingers aren't fast enough, so it kills me every time. So I could probably beat Inferno. but the head kills me every time.
Yeah. Yeah,
Every
that's where you
time.
need to staircase.
But Jen, what was your thoughts on the new Resident Evil remake? The third one. What am I talking about? Yeah.
Well, you know, with the OG, like that scared me as a kid.
Yeah, you said that earlier, and it scared the crap out. That nemesis was scary, dude. The roar out of nowhere. It's like what?
Oh, I know. It just to, like say quick, but like because I'd be like I'd go with my uncles and he'd be like, "All right, what do you want to play?" I'd be like, "Oh, Uncle Ray, can I go on your PlayStation, please?" And he'd be like, "Oh, what do you want
Yeah.
to play?" And I'd be like, "Oh, can I play Resident Evil 3?" And he'd look at me and he'd be like, "Only if you don't pass me the controller when Nemesis comes." I was like, "Oh, I promise I won't." And then yeah, Nemesis comes. I give him the controller.
Oh my god.
Nemi's a
But-
fun guy.
Yeah,
Yeah, if
with
you guys go follow Queen, she has amazing nemesis emotes.
Oh god, yeah. Oh, that's
Oh, God.
funny.
You can always ask for quality content, but yeah. Did you like the remake, Jen?
I did, yeah, because I actually streamed it blind when it came out. I think like a week after it came out, I actually streamed it. And yeah, I broke the game once. I have got like a clip. I think it is in my clips on my Be Right Back screen, but towards the end, you know, the lift, one of the lifts you take. Well, I kind of went underneath the map.
Oh
But-
God!
Yeah, it's in one of my clips on my Be Right Back screen. Like it's just funny, but I actually did enjoy it. I don't think it was as good a remake as Resident Evil 2 because I
Mhm.
did enjoy the Resident Evil 2 remake. I was a bit disappointed about the A and B scenarios with Resident Evil 2. Like they kind of were the same,
Mm-hmm.
but Resident Evil 3 remake, I did like it, but it did, after playing the original after, they did cut a lot of classic stuff out, like the clock tower and
Yeah, with Carlos actually shooting at the nemesis and that. They should have
Yeah,
left that in. That was
yeah, the-
awesome.
Dead Factory and all that.
Yeah,
Like
yeah.
it was just and with me with Resident Evil 3, the original is sometimes you didn't know when Nemesis was gonna come
Mm-hmm.
at
Yeah.
you. Like it could be from anywhere. But in Resident Evil 3 remake, it was scripted. It felt
Yeah, you knew
scripted.
exactly
like
where he was
you
gonna
knew
show
when
up.
he was gonna come and all that, and a lot of it was like FMVs and all that. And
Mm-hmm.
he didn't nowhere near scare me at all like the original. The original
Yeah.
Nemesis scared me, but I mean, he did make me jump the odd time or two in the remake. Obviously, playing it blind, like you are going to get jump scared, but it didn't like. Even though I enjoyed it, it didn't like hit me like the OG did.
Mm-hmm.
I still
Yeah.
enjoyed it though, playing it first time, but I will always prefer the original over the remake.
I do
Yeah, the
like how
only-
they redid. I'm sorry, Queen. Go ahead.
And the only part in Resident Evil 3 remake where Nemi is still scripted but a little bit different is when you come back from train station, you can go up the ladder if you put it down, or you can go to the left. I remember playing it for the first time that I was like, I went up the ladder. He came for me. I ran back, and then I went to the left out on the street. Then he came to me too. So I was constantly running back and forth to see if he would despawn somewhere, and it was too funny. It was the only moment where he was kind of random, but
Yeah.
also scripted.
Resident Evil 3 was
Mhm.
also the first one in the series, the original, with interactive environments. They had it was the first showing of the red barrels, and it was like, oh man, what is that? I can shoot that! Holy crap! We were so excited about that.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I'm really excited that they left the red barrels in.
Yeah, I killed myself a few times with those.
Oh,
Yeah.
I've seen that.
That's not that one doesn't stick as well as the Days Gone incident with the gas can container,
Oh god.
where you threw
Yeah.
it and blew yourself up.
Oh god. Yeah.
That's
is what
another
happens.
zombie game that I have yet to play. But
Oh, you should.
Oh, well, I want to play that, yeah. Because I
my
remember
husband played
watching
through it, but
Lozzie
he won't
stream
tell me
that.
anything.
That's
Oh,
great.
it looks fun because I remember watching Lozzie stream that, and she just like was running from a horde of zombies and just suddenly threw herself off the cliff as if like nope, and it just like cracked me up. I was like, yeah, I've got
Yeah.
I've got to play
No,
that.
I would rather die than be eaten.
Yeah,
Yeah.
she just gave up on life and just went over the cliff.
In that game, you have so many ways to die. It's insane. It's
Oh,
crazy.
Yeah. There's also a Easter egg in the Resident Evil 3 remake that if you go and listen to the car on the ramp outside the police station, it actually has I forget his name. The hell's his name? The cop in Outbreak. I can't remember his name. Kevin. That's it. You actually have a call in from Kevin talking about 2 wounded people in a bar. And if you play Outbreak, that's where it happens. The dude gets hurt in the bar. So he must have called in, apparently to whoever to come and help, but everybody was already so.
Oh,
Yeah.
interesting. Ooh.
Yeah, I was like looking through it. I was like, wait, is that Kevin? Is that Kevin?
Interesting.
Like, wow, that's pretty
I
cool.
did not know.
But I mean, I know, Jen, you probably played Outbreak, right?
Oh, don't get me started on Outbreak.
Please talk about Outbreak, because I know
What
Queen
now?
hasn't played Outbreak.
Oh
God.
man. Well, obviously I played them on the PlayStation 2. Like I can't remember how I went about getting it. I think because I used to like collect game magazines back then, and I think I saw it like advertising the game magazine, and I was like, oh, this actually looks good, and it's Resident Evil, and like playing it. Like I know like they're only like short missions, some of them and stuff like that, but oh, I had so much fun on that. So much fun. Like I joined like a website called Neo Seekers, and I'd go on there and help people. We'd talk all about it and stuff like that, and just like, and my brother like used to watch me and make me go like these silly characters. I'd obviously because it was single player, the first one. Like I couldn't really play it with anyone else. So I was playing it by myself.
Jesus.
And, yeah, and oh, I just had so much fun. Like they're a bit like swept under the carpet. I find the Outbreak games, and I think both of them are really good. And the second one I did find harder.
Mm-hmm.
The second one, and there was a point where I was gonna buy the PS2 network adapter to play online, but by the time like I thought about that and stuff, like the servers were off, and obviously the 360 came out and all that. But thanks to like people these days with like servers and that, you can actually play online now, and that was one of like my gaming dreams, is to play like Resident Evil Outbreak 1 and 2 online with people, and I've just had so many great memories on there with Pete, with one of the enemies. Like it said that debris is in the way, like rubbish, and Pete thought it said Deborah's in the way, and because there's like this huge flea boss at the end, he thought that boss was called Deborah, and me and my friends were literally crying with laughter. And then it always involves Pete this, and then there was one time we could make up a bomb, and because like my friend Lonzo gave him the items for the bomb, and Pete was like, oh, I haven't got no room, so he combined the lighter with the bomb and he put it down, and he was like, oh, and we were like, oh shit. My friend was like, oh shit, and then me and my friend Lonzo blew up. Lucky enough, my other friend didn't get touched, but it was just a typical moment, and just like I could ramble on, but I've just had so much memories and fun with the Outbreak game, especially playing online as well. Like it's just been a blast.
Yeah, I like the characters too. Some of the characters were really good. Like Kevin, I really loved Kevin. Kevin and the plumber. I can't remember his name. Oh, what was his name? He reminded me a lot of Brad Pitt. I don't know why, but he was really cool. I like how they would talk to each other while they're in there. It's like they're just randomly saying lines. It's like, God, this is a comedy, but it actually feeds into the plot. So I accept Outbreak with open arms. There was also the Operation Raccoon City, which everyone hated, where you play the opposite side. You play Umbrella Agents. I love that game. I loved it. I think I'm one of the only people who loved it. Where you go through playing the big badass baddies and you have to go and kill Leon and Claire, which they fail. But still, we could try. It was still good. You liked Orc too, McCardle? Oh my god, I found somebody else who liked it. Unfortunately, you can't play it now. It's unplayable. Not without, like, tweaking, like, everything, because it was done on a platform where you can't play it anymore. But all of those games intersect the Resident Evil 2, Resident Evil 3, Outbreak, and Orc was happening all at the same time. Plus Hunk, and if you want to get comical, Tofu as well. Everything in that block is happening at the same time. It's like, what? And Chris is over there off in Europe. We know what he's doing. So it's like, yeah, no. It's funny. It's funny. I like the reading the notes and everything. And I'm going to retract myself back to Resident Evil 1. So there's also a rumor that Albert Wesker was the one who sabotaged the helicopter for the first team that went in. So they would crash. So the second team would have to go in. So he could go in and monitor the results himself, because he was working both sides of the fence at that point. Anyway, so basically he was doing both things at the time, because he was, it's like book canon that he was working with a double agent also inside of Umbrella, working on both sides. Plus he was working for Umbrella. He was actually in there working for Umbrella. He was working with Wesker and also working with Leon and Claire and all of them at the same time. He was just trying to make chaos out of everything for his own personal goals. He was only listed as Trent. So that's also okay. I was like, that makes sense how everybody knows everything about everything, which is funny. So anyway, now that I've done that piece of information, but yes. If you guys have read the books,
Queen, what are you doing?
What's that?
Oh, I'm making noise. Oh, wait.
Yeah, I can hear like hissing on your mic.
I was putting my phone in the charger.
I didn't hear anything. I was like, what's that? I was talking, and when I'm talking, I can't hear anything.
I'm doing ASMR, Jen.
No ASMR!
Oh god.
ASMR is only good in some aspects. Otherwise, this gets creepy, like people licking the microphone. It's like, please don't. That's gross.
Did I lick my mic?
Not your microphone is going to smell like spit, which is going to be gross. Totally gross.
Yeah, no thanks.
Alright, we talked about that. Then we have Code Veronica and Survivor.
God.
Code Veronica is an unrealized gem of the Resident Evil world, I think. It is a beautiful, well, not unfixed, but they're trying new things with Code Veronica, with Claire being able to use 2 Uzis, and she can maneuver them both in different directions instead of a static straightforward, which was kind of cool. But unfortunately, there was also the controls and Steve.
Oh god.
That ruined the entire game. Steve, okay? Why would somebody create a character like Steve? He is just anyway. But the storyline was actually really good. The bad guy was amazing. Alfred. Alfred, his laugh. It's like, dude, this dude's amazing. I love it.
You're psychotic, like.
It was so good, and that was the first Resident Evil where the tyrant was female.
Yeah.
It was Alexia. Not my Alexia. I said she's mine, like I own her. But
you own her.
No, I don't own her. But yeah, I really liked that one. But the controls turned me off so much I had to watch somebody else play for a while before I could actually do it and beat it myself. Alexia, the last boss, killed me, dude. It took me like 3 weeks to beat her.
Oh my god.
It was so bad. It was so bad. And I was so frustrated. But what was I gonna say? Jen, have you played Code Veronica?
Oh yes.
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 What is your thoughts on Code? What is your thoughts on Code Veronica?
To be honest, I found it to be the hardest Resident Evil that I've ever played.
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
And because I used to like play the Resident Evils back in the day. I used to collect walkthrough books, and I had both the Outbreak walkthrough books by I think like Brady Games or Prima Games they were called back then, and I had one for Code
Oh my
Veronica.
god, Prima books! I have so many of those. Sorry.
Yeah, I'm so gutted. One of my regrets, I'll quickly say, is that I sold both my Outbreak books on eBay, and they are
Oh.
ultra rare to get now, and I regret it to this day. I shouldn't have done it, but yeah, I had the Code Veronica one, and my dad would sit there.
You know how much
reading
money you
it.
can get for that now? If it's in good condition, you could probably get like $100 for that book.
I
Rip
sold
Jim.
them like years ago, and I didn't even get that much for them, and I regret it.
'Cause
I
I
even
have-
had
I'm sorry, go ahead.
no, I even had like the Resident Evil 2 original walkthrough guide. Like
Oh
it
my
wasn't in
God.
the best condition, like, and even the person that sold it said, yeah, it's not in the best condition, but it was so hard to get, and it was just like, and I can't believe I got rid of all of them.
Yeah. Because
But I
I
do
hear that
regret
the
that.
game Coup On, which is kind of like Fatal Frame, but it's a little different. But I hear that that is actually super duper worth a lot of money, like $200 now, because you can't get it in
Oh.
other places. It's like, I have a copy. I bought it. It's a price tag still stuck on it. I got it for like $10.
Oh god.
It's like, it's so unfair that these older games, everybody's like, nah, it's retro now, so I'm gonna charge you at the wazoo for it, like Parasite Eve. If I could get a copy of Parasite Eve, I would cry happy tears in rainbow and glitter. But I can't. I have the second one, but not the first one. But it's very sad. But yeah.
Pete, don't ask that question. Don't. My Resident Evil marathon.
Yes, we're talking about the. We can't talk about Queen's marathon. She said she was going to do a Resident Evil marathon, but
I
leave her
know.
alone. Her brain is
I
putty from
promised it.
school. Pete.
No, I know. I promised it like 8 months ago.
Yes. Yes,
maybe
but the
9.
pandemic in school, you're allowed.
Oh my god. And
I'm trying to
I
defend
started
you.
with RE0, and then I was like, I cannot do this. I cannot beat this game, and that's where we left off. So maybe one day we'll just
Yeah.
start with RE1 and forget about 0 and just play them all. Too funny, Pete.
Yeah,
Aw.
I need to do that too.
But yeah, I
I
felt
want to tell you, I
Veronica
have the
hard.
original Resident Evil 1. I could play that. It's a little monotonous later on in the game, and you have to fight Neptune. Yay! Let's fight a vicious zombie shark. But yeah, I'll have to do that eventually. But anyway, I'm getting off track.
That's a
Code Veronica has one of my favorite boss battles in any of the Resident Evil games.
Can I ask you, Lizzie, though, quickly? Did
yeah,
you
sure.
find Veronica to be like weird? Like have that weird feeling? Like it was hard, but it was really weird.
Weird. How do you mean weird? I mean, there's a lot of weird
I
things
don't
to it.
know. It was just. It's hard to explain, but it was weird in the sense like it was a bit of like an oddball, but in a good way, like a very strange game. I found Veronica.
Well,
like
it might be because Jen that they were trying something new. That's why it doesn't feel like the other games, because everything was a different style, and then they were trying to upgrade the graphics and add new things to it.
Yeah.
So
It feels out of place. Really.
It is a little out of
the whole
place, but
series.
everything is really good about it. You said it's a weirdo game in a good way. That's why I say it's a diamond in the rough. Turning
I
into
liked
Jafar.
it though. Yeah, I liked Veronica because I played it through once. I tried playing it through again, got up to the crisp bit, and then I just left it. But I did enjoy it, and obviously Alfred was a classic. When he died, I was like, no, don't die, Alfred. And when I saw that Wesker was in it, I was like,
Oh, the Wesker left the It's like, what is wrong with you, man?
Yeah.
come
oh my
little
God.
fishy on my hook. Oh, that was a classic. That.
Yeah, they say the only reason Wesker survived the mansion blowing up is because that mysterious character Trent came and carried his ass off. So they saved him. It's like, why would they save him? Because they want to use him for future games. Because he's an amazing character. Albert Wesker is.
Yeah.
I'm not talking about the characters yet because I'll just go down that track. Anyway, We're talking about my favorite boss battle, which is Nosferatu.
Oh, the music for that. Oh.
It is amazing. On that platform, and he's cool. His arms all strapped behind his back. He's got that weird purple thing shooting poison everywhere.
It's like
one of my
Silent
favorite
Hill.
battles. I loved it.
Yeah, I did like that. I tried getting my dad. You know the piano tune. I can't remember how it goes, but Alexia sings it as well.
Oh,
And if you look up, there is like a piano tune to it. You can play. I tried to get my dad to play it, and I'm still going on to him because he has like sort of like electric piano, and I keep going on to him about doing that tune because he did learn a bit, and I think it was like Alexia's song or something like that. I think it was, and oh, I forgot to mention with Resident Evil 1. Sorry to backtrack, but
no, that's fine.
My dad did actually play the Moonlight Sonata, and I think I posted it months back, like on my Twitter, of my dad playing the Moonlight Sonata.
That's awesome.
And oh, it's such a classic.
It is good. It is good. What the heck is going on with my voice here? Yeah.
Hydrate,
Where's the
Lizzie.
voice?
But I used to have the music box tone on my phone. So whenever I call, I would play that tune. I'm like, what is that? Don't ask, please don't ask.
Oh,
I
girl.
loved it. Back.
It was
in
a
the
classic
day.
though. It's a classic, but it was a very strange.
It's very strange, but if you guys haven't played Code Veronica, go try it out. Go
oh,
try it out.
definitely, yeah.
It's a little weird, but go try it out because you
It is
won't be
weird.
disappointed.
Weird, but in a good way.
Yeah. And now we're gonna talk about the oopsies, the RE Dark Side Chronicles and the Umbrella Chronicles. Have you played either of those?
No, I
No.
can't. I don't have much. I can't. I don't know
There's
anything
one.
about them.
Well,
I
that was
played one.
their try at the rail shooter, kind of like Survivor. If you played Resident Evil Survivor, it was their
No.
the first person rail shooter, but it did have some of the storyline in there, which is I really I really don't have much to say about that because the character models were actually pretty scary. So it was like, what did you do to Leon? Leon is hot. Stop doing that to his face. But yeah, there are so many different versions of Claire and Leon. It's like, which one is which? Like that scary
Oh.
Netflix special thing with Leon and his hair. It's like the best thing about that animation is his hair. But yeah,
I played one of them, and it was with Leon and what's that? You know that guy who's in RE4? Krauser, yes. I've played
Krauser,
that one, but
yes.
I have no clue which one it is, but it was so weird.
Yeah.
So weird.
It was a strange thing. I don't know why they did it. It's
Yeah, it
weird.
didn't make sense. Like, I don't know.
Yeah.
It's just strange.
They were also trying. That's when they're experimenting. You could tell where they're experimenting at, and it's like, no, well, please don't do that
Oh.
again. Like the wonky controls in Code Veronica, please don't do that shit again. Because when it came out
Yeah,
on
no.
Dreamcast, and that was a boat of a controller. It's like I might as well just be swinging a paddle boat around because that's what I got in my hands. I played 2 games. I played Soul Calibur and I played Resident Evil on the Dreamcast. Those are the 2 things I played. That was it. It's like, oh man, very sad. So we're gonna skip over those 2 because I didn't
Yeah,
really
I've
play a
never
whole
played
lot of
any
those.
of them, so I can't really.
And
say
we're going to go straight to Resident Evil 4, which Jen was
Oh,
already
yes.
talking about earlier.
Ooh.
I lost a good chunk of my life on Resident Evil 4. It was a delicious
Good.
game. It was a new take on Resident Evil. They went away from zombies and introduced a new form.
Las Plagas.
Las Plagas, where their head get the weird tentacle and it flips and beats you from
Yes.
across the way. And let's talk about the chainsaw guys in a bit, because those
Oh,
the most terrifying noise
Oh my god.
ever.
Oh god, I used to
Amazing
cheese
enemy.
him. I used to cheese him like on like the first bit,
Mm-hmm.
and that. I have so many great memories on Resident Evil 4. But
Yeah, 4 is great.
yeah, I used to like play it a lot like around my dad's, and obviously they're speaking in Spanish and that. But me, my dad, and my brother used to like make up words of what they're saying, like oh, that there would be. It was silly stuff, but we were just having a laugh. Like,
Yeah.
they're
Thank you
saying
for the follow, by the way.
castor
I
oil or
saw
something.
you.
We're saying, oh, they're saying castor oil, and it was just like really random weird stuff. But we were just having a laugh, and oh,
I got jump scared more by the freaking snakes in the boxes.
Oh,
You shoot, you go stab it, and the snake pops out. It's like, come here, you bastard! I'm chasing it down the road. It's like, I'm gonna kill you. Get back here. Oh, man.
I've got a scarred memory to do with a snake. Because Pete done a Let's Play years ago on Resident Evil 4, and I co-commentate with him.
Oh yeah,
And
guys, go follow Pistol Pete on YouTube because he does videos and they're hilarious.
Oh yeah, he's currently doing tormented.
I don't have anything set up in my chat for him, but please go follow him on Discord. My brain on YouTube. You hear me smack my forehead? I've been doing it all day. I'm gonna have a red spot.
But yeah, I got scarred. But
yeah.
Oh yeah, you know you don't want to link his Twitch. He doesn't.
Yeah, it's on Twitch. Wait, what was that?
Oh shit! I tried to post a link.
Oh, you can't do that. Neither of you can. I have so many securities in there. Damn it, Nightbot! Nightbot is just protecting.
Nightbot, how dare you, bitch?
There we go. Lexi posted it, guys. You can click that link if you want to go check out
Thank you,
Pete's
Lexi.
Sorry, bot problems.
Oh,
rating
yeah,
and hate rating and things like that. So we have so many security measures. It's not anything personal. We just want to protect
no,
ourselves.
that's
I'm taking it personal.
Don't take Queen. Don't make me come out there. I don't think if I went to come and visit you, I don't think I'd come back.
I think you would stay here. I would lock you up somewhere.
In the basement.
The basement, yeah.
But
oh, what was I saying? Yeah, I had a scarred memory to do with a snake. Yeah, I was doing like a co-playthrough with Pete, like watching him and that, but co-commentating. And there's this bit where you jump. It's by the church, and you jump along like this broken bridge, and there's like a shack on the side, and one of the boxes in there has a snake, and Pete was like slicing. He was like, "Oh, it's a snake," and he kept slicing, and all I saw blink before my eyes was Pete slicing a gold egg. I lost my shit.
What?
I was like, Pete, they can fully heal you and they sell for a lot, and I just was ranting on it and just like, Pete, you sliced a gold egg. I was like, I cannot believe you done that. And just the memories of like trying to like, instead of shooting the snakes, trying to knife them, and they keep running, like crawling away from you, and I'm like, ugh.
I'm gonna go off topic here for a second because I have a similar experience, but with Stardew Valley. There's something in Stardew Valley called a dino egg. You get a dinosaur egg and you can hatch it, and they're very rare, so they rarely drop. So when I did find one, I was looking through my inventory because I was looking for something else to eat. I wanted to eat a turnip. But I didn't eat the turnip. I ate the dino egg that I had been searching for months. I ate it. And I just sat there and it's like, I'm quitting Stardew Valley and I'm never ever going to play it again. I am still upset that I ate that egg. I could continue on the Resident Evil train, but I had to tell that story because it was similar. That I ate the dino egg.
Oh my god.
I didn't even cook it. I just like swallowed it whole.
Oh my god.
I'm such a dipshit.
Rip
but
the
anyway.
dino.
But yeah. Resident Evil 4, it's I mean, when it starts out, you're like, oh, what is this? You're like walking through the leaves and everything, and then you see this dog, and it's like, first I was like, don't you be hurting the animals, so I let loose the dog, and later it adds in something else.
It was so
it's
cute.
Like,
I love the dog.
It's like, I have to go and save the dog, but I shot the bird. There was a crow, immediately I shot it, but I saved the dog.
Oh my god.
For some reason, crows are evil, but dogs are okay. But but anyway, it's just the first dude in that shack comes at you. It's like, whoa, what is this? Oh my god! And then the alarms go off, and they're all climbing in the windows. It's like, what is going on? Oh my god! You were freaking out. It's so good. And then Ada shows up. It's like, yay, Ada! It was just a really good game. Lots of action. Lots of action. And Krauser. Only thing that bothers me about 4, and I don't swear to God I didn't breathe the entire time I was talking, but but it was the timed events. with Krauser,
Oh.
because if you don't hit the button fast enough,
Oh,
you die, and
Oh, I
Krauser
like
stabs you in the
those.
face.
Have you tried that on professional? The knife fight
Mhm.
on that roof bit. Oh my god, that's so hard. And the
I like
boulders,
those.
running from the boulders on professional, you literally need to be breaking your controller to get
Mhm.
past that.
Yeah, you gotta sit there and
That's
slam
funny,
it.
though.
Otherwise, you're not getting it. Have you played Resident Evil 4, Queen?
I have, yes.
Oh,
I have
please come
many
and gush
clips.
with us. I'm sorry, we and Jen have been taking over that.
Oh, I
Please
could-
gush
I could
about
say
your
very
experience with Resident Evil
I
4. We
could
want to
talk
hear.
about Resident Evil 4 all day. Like,
Yeah, me
It's
too.
a fucking great game.
oh,
It really
I-
is.
But why do you
Oh.
like it? What are the aspects about it that you like?
Well, first of all, Ada, of course.
Ada, the bitch in the red
Ada.
dress. Yep. Mm-hmm.
Oh,
God,
Separate
yes.
Ways. Oh, that was a good
Oh,
little ad,
Yeah.
mini
it
with
was.
DLC. Would you call it DLC? Yeah. Oh,
Yeah, I think DLC you could call it, yeah.
yeah.
Because it does add to the story in a sense. So
It's got
Because
Wesker in it too.
essentially Ada's just following Leon around and saving his ass.
yeah, I saw the red dress.
No!
and
Don't
I was-
even talk about the regenerators! No, Lozzie! No!
No,
We don't
no.
talk about that!
I've
They're
actually
scary as
got a
hell!
Sound command of the regenerators, and I regret putting
Possibly
it in there.
one of the most scary Resident Evil beasts are the regenerators.
Oh, they
They are
terrify
weird.
me.
Like,
They're like weird and twitching.
Ugh.
When it's like, what is that?
just
Oh my
The
god!
noise they make, and they're twitching like towards you. I'm like, no.
It's like, what is that? Why can't I kill it? And it's like, I need a special scope to see the little things inside. It's like, oh my god, that's terrifying. Why would you make
I
that?
didn't know about that, so I kept shooting them and being like, why the fuck did they not die? But you need the fucking scope. I was like, shit.
Yeah.
it's terrible.
And
I
then they
think
get close to you and go, ha, porcupine! It's like, you asshole.
I think the only negative thing I have about Resident Evil 4 is Ashley, and I think a lot of people will agree with that.
She is a
Leon!
meme, though.
Help! It's like, no!
She is mean.
The amount of times, like, I was like, right, if I save, okay, and I would purposely shoot her and slice it, like, and just let her die. Like, I
you-
just found it funny.
Did you get the metal armor so you could actually
Oh, I was
shoot her
just
without
gonna
killing
say-
her?
I was just gonna say that, like, I think must have been like last year. I did like stream Resident Evil 4. I think I'd done like handgun only on like normal, and I had like Leon in his like mafia outfit, and
Yeah.
Ashley in armor and that, and it was just like funny. I was just like shooting her repeatedly, and all you could hear was ping, 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 and just like the enemies trying to pick her up, and they would collapse because she's too heavy, and so
Love
funny.
that.
That's the only negative is Ashley. Like, she's just annoying as shit.
Yeah, that's the other character besides Steve and Rebecca.
Yeah.
Is Ashley. A useless character. I like, she's like, I'm this young teenage girl. I want to get into Leon's pants. And he's like, nope! Go away.
Nope.
Nope.
You know, I
I am
think
in
she's actually
love
meant to
with
be
a lady
20.
who tried to kill me. It's fine.
Yeah, I
She's
think she's actually
20?
meant to be. I think she's actually meant to be 20. I could be wrong, but
It's crazy.
I know.
She didn't act 20.
Oh.
No. She's popping out of those
Strange.
bins like a gopher. Point, hi! And they didn't need to kill Lewis either. He was amazing. The
Oh, I
other
love
guy.
Krauser though. Krauser. Yeah, she was 20. I just looked it up.
You looked it up and she was 20. Oh, Lord,
Yeah.
you.
She was 20 in Resident Evil 4.
But yeah, the scariest things that was the regenerators and the excuse me, the troll. The first time I saw the troll, and when that dog jumped in, it's like, hello, I'm here to save. It's like, yay, doggo, come to save me. I was so excited.
The soundtrack as well for Resident Evil 4.
Oh
the
yes,
best.
yes.
Oh, really
And the
good. Like,
merchant.
oh, God,
Everybody here
yeah.
can agree on the merchant in Resident Evil 4. Yeah, thank you, because everybody
What are you buying?
loves it. Wow, what you buying?
What are you buying?
It's so good.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Oh, brilliant. Yeah,
My
I love.
husband actually killed him, and then he was gone for the rest of the game. Like, why did you kill
Yeah.
him? It's like, I didn't
I've
know he
done
was
that
this creepy
before,
guy.
yeah. I'd done that before, and I felt so bad. I just saw his dead body there, and I was like, oh, what if I go through the door into another area and come back, and he was still laying there dead, and I felt so bad. But
Paul,
yeah.
thank you for the sub. Welcome to the pizza
Paul.
party. Please enjoy the emotes
Paul.
and the 30 whole days of my loud ass mouth. Anyways,
There's so many things about Resident Evil 4, like the upgrade system as well, different variety of guns, and
Oh my god.
Jesus Christ, Paul!
oh,
Have you lost your mind?
Damn.
Thank you so much. Oh my, I don't even know what to
Yeah.
say to that. Wow, thank you. Very generous. I'm dying.
I think that's the
Holy
craziest
crap.
I've seen it get September because it's been a quiet one.
Well, now Springfort has a sub, and Kyle and Doom and James and Not and E has one, and Kay and Kazzy and Baby Bear and Underrated. My lord, you're gonna make the horn's gonna drive everybody deaf now. Thank you for your generosity, Paul. You are an amazing being. Is that it? Nope, it should be 2 more.
Maybe 2 more.
It's still going.
It's still going!
Oh god.
So, Queen, what part in Resident Evil 4 killed you a lot?
What part? You remember the boss fight against little annoying guy with the hat in the castle?
Oh, what was his name? Salazar.
Yeah. I got stuck there for some reason. I don't know why. I think I was using the wrong gun. I got stuck there quite a while. Yeah, that was the only part that really gave me a hard time.
That
And
part
of course,
killed you.
with the regenerators, where I was not shooting them with the scope. Yeah.
Yeah. That one knife
those-
fight with
yeah.
Krauser got me. I hate you so much. How about you, Jen? Was there a part that killed you over and over and over and over?
Trying to think, because I don't think I struggled too much with Resident Evil 4, like not like Veronica and stuff, but trying to think, because I don't think I found the Salazar fight that bad.
Mhm.
I know that
the
I
flying
found, I found
things that those got me too.
Krauser.
The bugs.
I think it must like have been like the Krauser fight maybe, because when he shoots you with the TMP and the end bit as well, where you got the timer and he like blocks with his like claw and you have to like shoot his. Cause I think maybe that's the boss that I think I struggled with the most. I think, especially on
Yeah.
professional, because you have to like sort of like stun him and try and shoot him in his head, and you've got a timer as well. It's like, oh my god.
Oh lord. Yeah, anything with a timer wigs me out. But most of Resident Evils have a timer. Usually, self-destruct sequence has been activated. So it's like, no!
But Lizzie, can we like get an F in the chat for dear old Mike?
Mike?
Oh god, the
Oh.
guy.
Mike! The one that wanted to go for a beer with Leon after, and he just got rocket launched at the sky.
Yeah.
Oh, poor Mike.
All right, we're gonna have to get off of Resident Evil 4 so we can move on. So we have Revelations next in line. Like I said, I haven't played Revelations, so Queen's gonna have to talk. Anybody who has played Revelations 1.
Okay, Revelations 1, guys. Such a masterpiece. If you haven't played it, Jen and Lizzie, I'm looking at you too.
Well, I've got no choice now.
No, we have to play it.
You have to.
But it is Jill, am I correct?
It is Jill, and it is Chris, and I think actually, because you switch over in time, so you play different characters, but it's mainly Jill and Chris, I think.
Okay,
It's
I don't know any of the
amazing.
plot line for Revelation, so you're gonna have to enlighten me.
Well, the thing is, working for, oh god, what is it called? The organization Terra Nova, I think it's called. I think Lozzie will know. And you're working also for why is my brain saying no?
See, it's mush brain. I have it all the time.
I know. What are Jill and Chris working for in RE5? That's what I'm looking for. BSAA, thank you. Yes.
Oh, BSAA. Yeah, I have a patch of BSAA on my corkboard.
Oh, really?
Uh-huh.
That's so awesome. That's so
I got it
awesome.
with the collector's edition of Resident Evil 5.
Yeah, you're investigating disappearance of Jill as Chris, and Jill was sent by the PSA to where going to find her and stuff,
Godzilla.
and they're kind of being set up in a raid, or a raid, like a raid.
Oh,
They
there is
think
actually a
that they're-
raid.
Yeah,
I did actually get a raid. Red Snack, thank you for the raid. Welcome on in. What were you playing? And welcome on in, Raiders. Wait a minute. Did I just see drones pop in? I did. I see you, drones. I'm calling you
Yeah,
out.
he's lurking. Yeah,
He's lurking. Red Snack, how are you? Good shout out, Red.
Red.
If you don't follow Red Snack, she is one of my mods and also one of the most amazing people on the planet who just started streaming. Please go follow her. Anyway, sorry, Queen. We're doing a podcast, so we're in the mid discussion about Resident Evil: The Revelations right now.
yes. I won't tell much of the story because I think you and Jen should experience it yourself.
Yeah, I was gonna say like don't spoil too much because I haven't
Yeah.
really watched too much of it either, like as a playthrough. So
It's mainly about Jill and Chris, and there's like a conspiracy going on. That's basically the storyline. It's very interesting to play and find out what is going on. I think you should definitely play it. And the enemies in the game are so different from any other
Yeah,
Sorry,
I was
game.
I don't know whose stream I was watching, whoever was playing it. They look like
Mhm.
weird tar monsters.
Yeah, you have to like imagine sea creatures getting the T virus. That's basically how you could think of it. These are sea creatures that basically got a sort of virus and now they're weird. Basically, I think that's the best way to describe these enemies.
It's pretty cool.
They're
Yeah.
nothing like zombies. They're
Yeah, I haven't
so
played that
different.
one or the second one. I know the second one is completely different. I think it has. Is it Claire? It's Claire.
Yeah, the second one is basically the Evil Within, with Resident Evil and Claire. That's how I would think of that game. It's much more grim. RE Revelations 2. And it really has this horror Evil Within vibe.
Yeah.
Very
pretty cool.
interesting story also, and I was expecting RE8 to continue the story of Revelations 2, because the ending in Revelations 2 has kind of plot twist, and it kind of gives you a hint like, something is going on here that is bigger than just this game. So I was and I think with me, a lot of people were expecting that RE8 or RE9 will continue that story, but I don't see that happening because they totally forgot about it, which I find weird. So I hope that maybe in Revelations 3 we'll finally clarify what's happening in the end.
Maybe.
Yeah, hopefully.
So we'll skip on to Resident Evil 5 because
Yes.
I haven't played it yet and I don't want to spoil it because I want to see it for myself, you know. Resident Evil 5.
Yes.
What can I say about Resident Evil 5? It was okay. I
It's
honestly played it like once or twice, but haven't touched it since. First time I played it all the way through myself, I think, if I'm remembering correctly, that's the one where Chris has to punch a rock.
yes.
Am I right?
Yeah.
Okay. And I remember my sister watching me play through it because I don't know why she wants to watch me play through it, but I got to that part where I was punching a rock. She's like, "What are you doing?" I was like, "I don't know. I have to punch this rock." But that's the only other thing I remember about this: punching a rock and fighting Wesker in a volcano.
Yeah.
That was it. That's all I remember. And Shiva, the very, very beautiful sidekick who would get in my way. But what are your guys' thoughts on Resident Evil 5? It's probably much better to play co-op than it is single.
Oh yeah, I've tried to play Resident Evil 5 solo, and it like the AI Shiver is just like nah.
Yeah, she
Yes.
wants to shoot you in the back.
But yeah, as you heard earlier, it's how I met Pete. so it's always going to hold a special place in my heart. Because if it wasn't for Resident Evil 5, I don't think I would have ever met Pete, because I introduced him to a lot of genre of games that he never, because he just mostly said that he played like FIFA and that was about it. Like,
FIFA.
Yeah, the football game,
Oh.
soccer game.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, sorry. But so yeah, if it wasn't for Resident Evil 5, I probably would never have met Pete. Because he was into the Resident Evils as well, and yeah, I've had like lots of fun on Resident Evil 5. Like I've played through it quite a few times, and yeah, it's how me and Pete got to like know each other and stuff, and the mercenaries, like me and Pete were addicted to the mercenaries.
That's
like we
so
were looking up
cute.
strategies in order to get like the max score. And I remember Pete played the shit out of it, and he would get sometimes like top 10, and I just like had like lots of like fun with it, like just like memories and stuff. Like, I mean, yeah, it's not.
Falling in love over zombies. This is what I like to hear.
I know.
It's so cute.
So, I know it's not the best Resident Evil game, because from Resident Evil 4 it kind of went fully action and less horror.
Oh yeah.
Like I know it went off the ball like that, but obviously, like when you meet someone that you're going to spend the rest of your life, it's obviously going to hold a special place in your heart no matter what, because that game brought you together. So, just like all the fun that I've just like had on it, like I done I think I done I done a let's play. I think can't remember if it was a let's play or a stream, but I did play with my friend on it, and we had like a laugh as well.
The more I find out about Jen, the more I like her. Queen, what do you think about Resident Evil 5?
Well, I played RE5 with an old friend. She and I well, I basically am on Twitch because of her. When I met her, I played Resistance with her, got in her stream and stuff. And we played RE5 together. We streamed it together. And during that game, I got affiliate. So it was quite the road. And we started off on veteran because the time we were crazy. So we were like, let's do it on veteran and let's see how far we can get. We made it through, and we had so much fun that we decided to do professional as well. So we learned almost everything about that game to get through it, because it was so hard. The boss fights were ridiculously hard. And we had a few boss fights where you could just buy a rocket launcher and get it over with. And that's what we did for like 2 boss fights. It was really funny, because either she would have bought it and not tell me, or I would buy it and not tell her, and just shoot and be like, we're done here. So it was quite funny, and it was quite the experience. So yeah, I had a lot of fun with RE5. Yeah, definitely.
Glad.
Yeah, it's one of those, isn't it?
But it is much better playing co-op than it is single player.
I know.
Yeah, I agree.
Which leads me into RE6.
Oh God.
RE6 is like a bad version of like John Wick. It's just, and there's so many. It's like Leon. The first part of his scenario is like him walking. It's like, do you want me to stare at his ass? Is that why you won't let me run?
Oh my God. Yeah.
It was just like, okay, so Leon's scenario, out of the 3 scenarios, was probably my favorite. I played it twice. Chris's scenario, I wanted to stab myself in the eye with hot poker. And then, whatever his name is, Wesker's son, help me.
Jake.
That's his name.
Jake Muller.
Yes. Yeah. And then that scenario was like, what is this? This is like a sick drama going on here. So it's like, yeah, so it didn't really appeal to me, but I beat all the scenarios and I didn't touch it.
Yeah. Yeah.
So, yeah, the snowmobile thing, made me so mad. Yeah.
It's like each of like the campaigns like had a different feel to it. Like Leon's one was sort of like trying to be Resident Evil with like the horror and all that, with the zombies.
Yeah.
And then you had the Chris and the Piers bit, which was kind of like
That's
basically
his
like
name,
Call of
thank you.
Duty.
I couldn't remember that dude's name.
Yeah, and then
Where
you
is it?
had like the Jake and Sherry bit that was kind of like Metal Gear Solid.
Yeah.
It was like, what?
Yeah, each of them had their own little. So.
I
Yeah.
did like how Sherry grew up to be, though.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Very, very impressive how she grew up and to be this agent. I was like, oh, damn, Sherry. Like, come a
Speaking
long
of
way.
Sherry, when she and Jake run into Leon and what was her name, Helena or whatever.
very nice, yeah.
I like
Oh,
it.
God.
Jake was ready to fight him. She's like, "No, you can't touch him. He saved my life." And Leon's like, "Bring it on, bitch." you know what I have seen? It's just so funny.
That
His
is-
look on his face is
that
like,
is
"Don't
epic,
even
though.
start, little man, okay?"
It's
By
epic
that
that they
time, Leon
really-
has went from that naive cop to super developed badass. So,
Yeah.
I think that was my favorite part.
Yeah. Oh, I could never play Resident Evil 6 solo. I tried playing randomers and it was just like, oh no. The
Part-
thing is though, is I played through it multiple times. Like I done a let's play on it with Pete
Mm-hmm.
on his YouTube. And then I actually played it on stream with my friend Alonzo. So, and I was like, no,
Excuse
I
me.
don't think I could go through this game again. I was like, nah, I just can't do it.
Yeah, that it has like almost zero replayability. It's like I don't want to touch it ever again.
Well, you
The
get to
only-
pick up the butt plugs.
Oh,
yeah. Oh, God.
but
I like the part, though, where I think Chris is calling Leon. They
Mhm.
they finally kind of get in touch, which is pretty cool. And
Oh,
Chris is
yeah.
like, Ida's dead. You're like, what the fuck? What the fuck? What the fuck? Like, what is
Oh,
he
God.
talking about? It was crazy.
yeah.
What did
that
you
part was
guys
crazy.
think about the whole Jake being Wesker's son? I didn't know what to think of that because I was like,
Who did he sleep with? Who
what-
was his mother?
Who
I thought
did like
Wesker was
Wesker
gay,
screw?
to be honest.
Who would
Like,
sleep with
nah.
Wesker? Well, I mean, of course, there's always gonna be somebody. But
But we had that lady with the big boobs in RE5. What's her name?
what's her name? I can't
Oh,
remember
she
her name.
tried it. She tried it. She tried putting her
Yeah.
hand on Wesker's leg, and Wesker was like, "Get your hand off me,
Nah.
bitch."
Yeah, basically. Yeah,
He's like, "Hell no."
like who would sleep with him? Who would he have that much time to? I don't know. He's too busy trying to take
I
over
don't
the
know.
world. But yeah, that didn't really make any sense to me.
Yeah, I didn't really get that. I
Oh,
was
thank
like,
you, underrated. That's her name.
Excella, yeah.
Yeah, I couldn't remember her damn name.
But yeah, I
Yeah, she
couldn't
does look
stand
like Monica.
Elena.
A lot.
Lena was obnoxious.
Yeah.
And Piers, I don't know. He was
Oh,
alright, Piers, but
Pierre was like the super bro. He was in love with Chris Redfield. It's like you could tell. It's
Yeah.
like seriously.
looks up to him,
Yeah,
yeah.
there was something
Yeah.
up with this dude, and I mean, that storyline just went from "oh my god, this is ridiculous" to the ending was like, "huh, okay."
Oh
insane.
god, yeah.
But yeah, RE6 is not my favorite.
Nah. I couldn't play it again.
Yeah,
And they
me
tried
either.
doing that scene at the end with Jake insinuating, oh, there's gonna be like some DLC, which never happened.
Right.
And it's like, oh.
Capcom, or
Okay.
should we like to be called Crapcom, likes to leave us on
Crapcom.
cliffhangers. Thank you very
Yeah.
much. It's like, you bastard. Can you give us a DLC? A real DLC? Thank you. But no, they don't. They don't. They're just like Jack jawing us around. So now we're going to move into the new generation of Resident Evils. We're going to talk about one of Queen's favorites, Resident Evil 7.
Ooh, yes.
And my
Ooh.
opinion on this is very off because I don't know about the first person point of view because it makes me sick. So naturally it's going to turn me off a little bit, but I thought it had a kind of a chainsaw massacre, kind of a feel to it with all the gross gore to it. But it was pretty cool. The characters were all really cool. We got the main baddies, the family and everything. It's only just that family, so they're not trying to throw all of these other characters at you at once and you're trapped in this house, which is similar to the Resident Evil 1 where you're trapped in a mansion. So I like that they did that. but it also had a different feel in it. But the main character, okay, it was just like, could you find somebody who wasn't a limp noodle? But that's my opinion. I played about 2 hours of it and was like, yeah, no, this isn't my cup of tea. Please don't flame me in my chat. I mean, people are allowed to like Resident Evil because Resident Evil is awesome. Whichever one you like, it doesn't matter. But Resident Evil 7 is not for me. Queen, what do you think?
Well, I had never played any Resident Evil game. I had never seen one. I hadn't even heard of the whole name. And I was big into horror when I was younger. I still am. Horror movies were just not doing it anymore. I was like, I need something like scares the shit out of me. I was looking on Google, like, what is the scariest game you can play? It's like, oh, RE7 is a scary game. So I played the demo on my laptop. I was like, this is pretty cool. And a year went by. I just still didn't play it. I finished my exams, and my dad told me, you know, you like gaming, and you had the PS2 and the Wii and all that stuff. And like, you always played at the neighbor's house on their PS3 and stuff. It's like, I'm gonna buy you PS4. I was like, shit, finally! Like, I'm getting back into gaming. And I got it, and the first thing I did was buy The Last of Us, Spider-Man, RE7. And I played it, and I was like, fuck, this is scary and weird, and it's totally my vibe. Like, this
it's scary and weird in my vibe.
like, because you're going in and you're like, I'm so scared, and then Jack and Marguerite turn into these weird bosses, and you're like, what the fuck is going on? And it was an amazing first experience with Resident Evil for me. So yeah, I loved it. I hated Ethan. Such a noob.
I don't know how many people actually like Ethan, so
yeah. And the hair, Mia's hair in RE7 is too funny.
It's weird because I was kind of like forced to play Resident Evil 7, and I'm glad
because somebody
I did.
bought it for you. Is that what you said? You played it on stream because someone purchased it
yes,
for you? Yeah.
Because the person that was just generous to Lizzie, Mr. Pump Action Paul.
Yes, Paul is an angel, by the way.
He is one of my biggest supporters. He brought me the actual package that contained Resident Evil 7, all its DLC, and Resident Evil Village.
Mm-hmm.
And I always, like, because when Resident Evil 7 came out, I was like, oh, first person Resident Evil. No, Resident Evil's not first person. That's not a Resident Evil game to me. I was so adamant about it. But I thought, I'm going to watch people play it. And it looked alright. I thought, yeah, this looks alright. But I was like so adamant, nope, I'm never going to play it. Because first person Resident Evil, it's not Resident Evil in my eyes. But obviously when Paul bought it for me, I was like, alright. Because I always said, like, if someone bought it for me, I would play it. Because obviously you've brought me the game. I'm obviously going to show generosity by appreciation by playing it.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm glad I did, because actually, like I said earlier, watching someone and then actually playing it is two different things. And I actually enjoyed it. I wouldn't say it's one of my favourites. It's obviously down the bottom. Like, it's not in my top 5 favourite Resident Evils, but I did enjoy it. Like, I got jump scared quite a few times. Like, 7 did scare me. Like, I think Resident Evil 4 Regenerate scared me the most and that, but I did get jump scared quite a bit, and yeah, it was different. It was definitely different, but I'm glad. All I can say is that I am glad that I did give it a chance and play it, because I still don't think Resident Evil games should be first person. I still think they should be kept. Obviously, fixed camera angles is old now, so maybe just stick to over the shoulder. I don't think Resident Evil should have took that path in being first person, and it's still, in some ways, I forgot that I was playing a Resident Evil game when I was playing 7. I just thought it should have been its own, like, maybe like a reboot, like Tomb Raiders. It should have been, maybe. because
Yeah.
that's. But I enjoyed it though. Resident Evil 7, like when I first played it.
Yeah, I have no idea what went on. Like I said, I only played about 2 hours. I got through the first fight with Jack, and that was it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't play it more than that. So I
I've
kind of
got
was like,
my-
no. Yeah, well, mine was gifted to me too. So it was like, I don't know if I'm gonna like this. And I had a feeling I mean, it's a good game. It has good graphics. It has good characters, but it's just not for me.
Well, yeah, I got bought it, and plus I kept getting pestered by Miss Queen. Jen, you gotta play Resident Evil 7.
Whoops.
You know, Queen is
My
very
fault.
persuasive.
I tried.
I'm glad.
But
I didn't
yeah,
die.
I don't know what the storyline was. I know Ethan was looking for his wife who disappeared, and then
Yeah,
she
that's
just sends him a message, and he goes and tries to find her, and just his reaction when he sees his wife he hasn't seen in how many years is just like so monotone and flat. It's like, dude, I'd be freaking out. It's like, where the hell have you been? Where are you okay? No, he was just so monotone about it. It was like, come on, Capcom, you can do better voice acting and dialogue than this. But
what I think they did in RE7 to create a new storyline within the Resident Evil universe and with the characters. They put Ethan in there, someone who doesn't know anything about Capcom. I mean Umbrella.
Resident Evil, yeah.
And he goes in. There's this whole thing going on, and you see Mia's flashback to where she is working for a company that has bioweapons, and Evelyn is of course one of them. And at the end, you see Chris coming in, and he's kind of there to clean up the mess that company that Mia works for made. So I think it's more of like, okay, this happened, and now Chris is on a mission to clean the shit up and free Ethan, and now we can continue the storyline with the BSAA and Chris Redfield, which didn't look like Chris Redfield. It was horrendous.
Oh,
But
God, the imposter.
There's so many versions
Yeah,
of
the
Chris Redfield as
imposter.
well.
I think that's how they are trying to connect Resident Evil to Resident Evil 7. From that point on, they want to just expand, the universe, I guess, a new storyline, which is RE8. I think
Yeah, they want to
that's what
pull away
happened in
from
7.
the Raccoon City and police station and zombies and everything. But that's what's one of the things that drew me in is because it was zombies in particular. So when they started going off of zombies, that was just like, okay, all right, I see where you're going. You're going for the new players coming in, so they want to go and experience that. That's perfectly fine, and companies want to go and progress the storyline. It's fine, but it's just not something I was interested in. But I mean, but it was pretty scary though.
Yeah,
but
agree.
Resident Evil to me is zombies.
Yeah, that's where Resident Evil, was basically born with zombies. That's Resident Evil.
Yeah.
I
But
didn't
then,
really like them.
then that leads into Resident Evil 8,
They're
which
boring,
isn't to
Jen.
me actually a Resident Evil. But it just has the name. But it's a very good, very interesting game. I mean, the ending fight for the ultimate bad guy is like, holy shit, man! Where'd you come up with that? But I can't tell you much about it because I can't watch it for more than like 20 minutes at a time without getting sick. So Jen and Queenie are gonna have to talk about it more than me. I mean, from what I saw, the vampire babe was what drew me into that. I was like, oh my lord,
Lady D.
Lady D is the most delicious thing I have ever seen in my life. But
the thing about
and the internet just broke the day that came out, and it was like, oh man.
Whole Twitter blew up with
it did. Everybody wanted Lady D.
Yeah.
So.
But what disappoints me the most about RE Village, and I kind of understand why Capcom did it, is make it not scary. There was no aspect in the game where I was terrified. There was no aspect where I was like, I don't want to move on because I hear something or I see something or there might be an enemy that is really scary. It was just a bunch of bad guys that looked epic, like Lady D and Heisenberg. that you were supposed to fight, and that you did. Like in Dark Souls, for example, you go from boss to boss, and that's basically what happened for me in RE8 was move from boss to boss. And
That
you
is
had
the
some
best
difficult
analogy I've
areas.
heard about Resident Evil 8. It is
Yeah,
kind of like a
it's-
Dark Souls with the Resident Evil name on it.
Yeah, that's how it feels to me, and I'm like, okay, well, you didn't, yeah, make it scary. You didn't make it Resident Evil.
I didn't jump once with Village.
Yeah, me neither. Me neither.
No, it didn't have the same like horror aspect. Like I think with like Village with me and a lot of people is because Resident Evil 4. I don't know if it's the most successful Resident Evil game or best selling, but I know it's up there. I don't know. I'd have to look at statistics with that, but because it brought in a lot of like new people. Resident Evil 4. They tried to make it like that with obviously like the merchant, the weapon upgrades, the collecting of like the treasures.
Yeah, even the inventory system
everything.
was similar to 4.
Yeah, and inventory system and that, and like I enjoyed Village. I think I enjoyed Resident Evil 7 for its story and for like its horror aspect because it did make me jump multiple times. Like one time where Marguerite jumps in front of you with that crow door, I
Yes.
literally nearly chucked my controller on the floor. That's how much I jumped, and that's never happened before. So, but then Village, I liked it because obviously it had Resident Evil 4 vibes with what I just stated, like with all like the gems, collecting, upgrades your weapons and stuff. But I felt Lady D they killed off too soon because
Oh,
I really
yes.
enjoyed the whole castle and everything. I was like, oh yeah, like I really like this. And they did sort of copy Resident Evil 4's areas, like you had the village at first, like you did Resident Evil 4. Then you had the castle,
Mhm.
like you did with Resident Evil 4. Yeah, they had the swamp bit with I can't say Morale or whatever his name is.
Bro.
Moreau, yeah, that's it.
Oh, little frog man.
Yeah,
The
where
best.
you know the fish, the food that you cook,
Mm-hmm.
and I will always get teased for this. I done all the recipes apart from one, and I couldn't do all the recipes because of that. And it's because I missed a fish in Moreau's area, and one of my friends who was helping me failed to mention, Jen, you forgot a fish in Moreau's area. So I always get teased about the last fish in
Oh my gosh.
Moreau's area. So, but yeah, I felt Lady D got killed off too quick because I actually
definitely.
really did. Yeah, I actually really did like her and stuff. But
There was also original art that was being posted on Twitter about Ada was supposed to be in it. She was
Oh,
supposed
yeah.
to be dressed up like a plague doctor, which would have been freaking amazing since I'm obsessed with
Would
plague
have been.
doctors. And it's like she was supposed to be in there again, looking, being her evil, devious self, but they didn't want to have her in there without Leon because those two are, linked and whatever.
Inseparable.
yeah,
But it still would have been cool to have her in there, even for like a special like showing or like little guest appearance of her walking by or something or helping Chris. But it's like, yo,
Well, she was supposed to save Ethan at the part where the four kings, as they call them, I think, or bosses,
yeah,
come together and stand in front of you. They had the scenario where Ada would swoop in and save Leon and then disappear. It was kind of the storyline they were going for, but they didn't do it.
they should have did it. They should have added Ada.
Yeah. I think so too. It would be awesome.
Yeah, I'm not sure why they didn't. It makes me sad. But all in all, that's probably my least favorite one. I probably would play 7, even though it would probably make me really sick. But I don't think I'd actually play 8.
yeah. No,
I bought it
don't-
sadly, but
Yeah,
But yeah.
I don't think I've got any I enjoyed playing through Resident Evil 7 Village, but they're games I'll play once and that's it. They're not
Yeah.
like because I would just find it tedious playing them again.
mm-hmm.
But like that's why they didn't really feel Resident Evil ish to me because of that. Because all the other Resident Evils I've played them at least more than once.
Mm-hmm.
But Resident Evil 7 Village, I have no desire to play again. That's the
Yeah, I
only thing.
remember people teasing that RE Village was going to be the scariest horror game ever made. And people were like, it's gonna
it
be.
had the same hype as Cyberpunk.
Yeah, and it was going to be the scariest game ever. That's what they said a year before release. So everybody is expecting a Silent Hill, Evil Within, Resident Evil mix of something fucking scary. We get Ethan Winters that just fights a bunch of horror-looking bosses and enemies that have a kind of a horror vibe, I guess.
Mm.
It didn't deliver what it should have.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I mean, no. I mean, if you're allowed to like the Resident Evil 8 and 7, I mean, anybody who liked Resident Evil was awesome in my book. But those two are just seem out of place.
Yeah.
in the track, like the Umbrella Chronicles and the Dark Side Chronicles. It's like, why did you put them in there? But you got to experience and experiment with the game to get it to where you want it. So.
That is true.
But the replayability would be OG2 and remake, and Resident Evil 2 remake, and then Resident Evil 4.
4 definitely.
Yeah, those would be the top 3 for me to replayability. I'll probably play the hell out of those. But the other ones, it's like they can all fall in line with 6, 7, and 8 being at the end. I probably would replay 5 before the rest.
You haven't seen you play 4? Okay.
I want to see you play it.
I have a bunch of clips from 4.
Oh, I know, but I didn't know you then.
I know. I'll put 2 and 4 on my list to play again because I haven't played another Resident Evil game besides RE3 in a very long time.
Okay. Well, we've actually covered all of the Resident Evils, and I'm very impressed. We gushed about them. It's pretty cool. So,
yeah.
What do you think the Resident Evil 9 will be?
Rose?
Do you think she's going to be the main
Probably.
character? That would be cool.
I think so, because that's what they end with. Or they have to pull a Revelations 2 again, where they tease you with
would
something.
Be either playing from Rose's point of view or the Revelations 3 story.
I hope. And I think they're going to make Revelations 3 and then move on with Revelations 2 and hopefully bring Jill back.
Yeah, we miss Jill.
If we look at the storylines and the books and the lore, Jill hasn't been working for years now because she's traumatized by everything that happened to her. So they have to write her back into the action, which would be awesome. But I think they're going to fixate on Rose and Chris and make RE9 about the daughter's story, because they said at the end the father's story is done. So that's kind of a tease, like, okay, we're going to look at the daughter. Will we be playing her? I don't know. Maybe we are Chris and she turns out to be maybe an enemy or someone that we play as, and she's
that would be cool, her going evil.
Protagonist. Yeah, that would be awesome if that would be the case. I don't know what Capcom is going for.
Do you reckon they're going to stick to first person though? I'm scared they are. That's
I
the
think
new.
they will.
Secretly in the background, I'm
I'm
hoping
disappointed
for
with
a
that.
Code Veronica remake. Because better controls would be awesome.
Yeah.
But it's like wishing in the wind there. It's like, it's not gonna happen, but I can hope for it. You know what I mean? Maybe we'll get a fan version that I can play. Somebody make a fan version of Code Veronica that the controls don't suck, please.
Yeah.
Alright, so the last question I'm going to ask you
made
guys.
RE4 as well.
What's that?
That would be cool.
Oh, remake
do
of
a
RE4?
remake.
Yeah, that'd be cool. Last question. Best and worst characters, in your opinion. Jen,
you go first.
Right. Well,
it can be evil or good. So it doesn't matter.
Well, and I'm sad I don't have a Funko Pop of him, but I think you can buy one that's made by people, but you have to pay a lot, is my favourite character has always been Wesker. I just find him so cool, like just the way he acts, like so cocky with his shades and just him as a character. Like he's always been my favourite. Like, but like when you say, oh, but he's evil, like that would be my overall favourite. If I had to say like my favourite male character but good, I would have to say Leon, because Resident Evil 4 I absolutely love, and I loved Leon in Resident Evil 4 and Resident Evil 2. Like, and if I had to say my favourite female character, I would have to say Jill. Because, like, when I played her in Resident Evil 3 Remake, I thought, yeah, I like this Jill. This Jill looks really good.
Right.
And then when I played her in the remake, I was like, oh, yeah, I really like Jill. Worst character? I mean, I know everyone's going to be like Steve, but I only played through Code Veronica once. I think mine, because I've played through the game multiple times, and I just hear this in my head all the time. Leon help would have to be Ashley.
Ashley.
Oh.
Yeah,
Ashley.
it just have to be. It just have to be Ashley. I just literally want to like super glue her lips together, and I just hope that's the one thing. Like, hang on, my dog wants to get on my lap. That's the one thing. Like, if they done a remake of Resident Evil 4, that I hope they tweak Ashley. Like, leave the game how it is. Maybe like tweak some things here and there, but the thing that needs like fixing mostly is Ashley. So yeah, just a screechy voice. It's like, oh,
She is awful.
Her voice is enough to give anyone a migraine.
Yeah, it's the most annoying thing ever. Leon, help! It's like, would you shut up? I'm trying here. He's only one dude. Yeah, she is not the greatest. But Queen, what are yours?
My favorite character would be Mr. X. Like, there's just no one who tops Mr. X.
Mr. X.
He's just so funny. Such a daddy. Walking.
He's your husband, isn't he? Like,
Yeah,
you married to him. Like, you got to say he's the
married him.
best.
He's the fucking best.
Queen loves Mr. X.
Doesn't talk, and he's staring at you like, I'm still standing. Within 5 minutes, I'm gonna punch your face into the wall.
I like how
No,
he
you
punches
shoot
the
his
zombies
head
out
off.
of the way on the staircase. It's like, get out.
He's like, I'm so annoyed. He's just so funny. Like, I love him.
It's great. It's great. I love it.
And if I would say female character would be Ada for me.
Ada.
She has this vibe where she's kind of a bitch, but she isn't.
Yeah.
She
She has a
shows
soft
that she
spot for
doesn't
Leon.
care. She cares a lot. And not only about Leon, I think she cares about more than just Leon. She has a backstory with her, I think her husband or someone who died, and I think there's a lot about her that we don't know yet. A
lot of
feeling that we don't.
mystery, yeah.
Yeah. I think that makes her a very interesting character.
Are you talking about John, her boyfriend?
Yeah, John. Yeah,
John was in the first one. He actually worked for Umbrella. He got infected with the virus, and he was actually, you can actually read his journals in the original, and that's where the term itchy tasty came from, because he was the one that wrote that. He got stuck in a closet or something, and he jumps out and tries to attack Jill. But that's why a lot of Resident Evil, if you say itchy tasty, because that was his last thing he wrote before he turned into a zombie.
Yeah.
Which
Yeah,
is
I think
cool. I
remember
love
those,
that.
yeah.
That's one of the iconic sayings of Resident Evil. Her boyfriend. I have to go find my boyfriend. His name is John. But
Yeah.
but yeah, I love that. And the
funny.
worst character, Queen.
I think the worst character for me is Rebecca. Because
Rebecca.
I don't. There is a solid reason for
Scarfire.
her to be a stars member, and I will forever ever say this, that she is useless. I don't get why she's a stars member. don't see any potential in her, and I don't know what the fuck Wesker was thinking.
I love
So
it.
I'm like, Capcom, what the fuck is this girl who is maybe barely 12 years old doing in this horror game? I just don't get it.
I mean, even in the intro, they have her being all innocent, tying her headband. It's like, girl, what you doing in Stars?
Yes.
You just handed out band-aids.
I don't get it. I don't get it.
Oh, man. I mean,
What's
Jill
yours,
Valentine is
Liz?
a force to be reckoned with. It's like Chris is beefy and brainless most of the time, so they had to add Rebecca so she could play the piano with it. But Jill, I said, I'm gonna do everything. I'm gonna pick
Jill could
locks,
do the
dodge
piano.
dogs, and do everything. So it's amazing. It's amazing.
Yeah.
Okay. So
Now you, Liz. You have to tell us.
you know what I'm gonna say before I even say it. My favorite my favorite characters, because I can't just pick one, would be Leon. Leon starts out as a naive cop who just wants to help everybody, and people like to take advantage of nice people, and then he develops into this fully seasoned and a badass, which I love. That he just doesn't take crap from anybody anymore, and he's just good at what he does. But he's still a nice guy though, and he's soft hearted and still romantic underneath because he's in love with Ada, even though she played him like a violin. Ding 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 ding. So there's that, and then there's Carlos. I liked Carlos in the original Resident Evil 3 because he was sassy and had these cheesy pickup lines, man. But his sexy accent that drives all the girls crazy. It's like, I like this guy, he's funny. And he had his vest all rolled up and his sleeves all rolled up so you could see his rippling biceps. And then here comes the birth of Resident Evil Remake. Oh my god, what did they do to Carlos? It's like, oh my god, what did you do? And now he's super amazing and has a hair that is sentient. It does whatever it wants to. But he's generally a good person who wants to do good, and he doesn't know the people he's working for are jerkbags. But and he just is upfront and awesome. I love it. I love it. And the worst character. There are so many to choose from.
It's true.
The worst character. Originally, I would have said Brad because he's the most useless, but I fell in love with Brad Resident Evil 3R. He's like a little chubby monkey, and I love it. So I'm going to have to say Steve. Oh, his voice just gets on my nerve. What's going on? He's so nasally, and I knew a kid like him in high school. Oh my god, the people he thinks he's totally amazing, but he's a chicken shit. He's a chicken shit. He's more yellow than Brad is. So yeah, I can't stand Steve. I can't stand him. He gets on my nerves.
Yeah. I don't get why they wrote kind of this romantic.
Yeah, why would Claire go and be with him? Why?
Yeah, it doesn't make any sense to me.
Yeah, it doesn't. The pairing, no chemistry. It's no nothing. It's like no, it doesn't make any sense to me. But
yeah, it's weird.
But it's like it's the writers, and God knows if they translated anything right. But it's just, some of his lines are like, Alfred, please kill him.
Yeah.
Shoot him or run him over or something. He drives me crazy.
Is it fucking annoying? Yeah.
He is. Oh. Yeah. So yeah. Wow, we went overtime. I'm sorry.
Oh, no
It's
worries.
supposed to be only 2 hours. We went over a little bit, but
You've always got to finish.
Resident Evil. I don't shut up. That's my problem.
Lizzie, you've always got to finish with your best memory or moment from Resident Evil.
Best
Oh.
memory or moment from Resident Evil?
Yeah, I know what mine is. I've never laughed so. I mentioned it earlier with Outbreak, with the instance with that boss. It said that I wish I could make them into clips. I'll have to do that one day. But where it said that debris is in the way, and Pete thought it said Deborah, and my friend and I was totally in my own little world. So my friend Alonso had to retell me the story, even though I was there. I totally was in my own world. And when he told me, he started having a laughing fit, and I started having a laughing fit, and it's just the whole thing of how it went, and then with like the bomb and all that, and Pete exploding us, like they were, I think, my funniest, best memories was on Outbreak. I've had so many.
Yeah.
Go ahead, Queen. I'm still thinking.
I think mine. It was when I was playing Resistance back in the days. OS, Vachko, Yusuf, and Luna used to like rotate, and sometimes someone couldn't play, so we would only have 4 or 3. And I remember this moment, and it was with OS, and we were playing against, I think it was Nemesis, and all of a sudden, and this has never happened before to us. The mastermind was playing, like not against us. He was just walking around as Nemi, doing nothing and just having fun and dancing. And I had this move, because you have 4 moves in Resistance that you can do, like wave, or you could sit or hug. And me and OS both had the hug animation. So the mastermind was standing there, and I was like, I'm going to hug Nemesis. So in that moment, I was hugging Nemesis, and then OS appeared, and he was hugging Nemi too. And we just kept on hugging Nemesis the entire match. It was just so weird, and it was so funny. And yeah, I know OS would remember this as well, and it was just
That's funny.
one of these moments where I was like, oh my god, I'm hugging Nemesis. It's so weird. Yeah, I think that's one of the funniest moments that I had on Resistance.
One of my funniest moments happened the other day when I was playing Resident Evil 3 Remake. I was using the rocket launcher against Nemesis in the area outside the donut shop. So I was getting rid of the tentacle heads, and Nemi was coming at me, so I shocked him. So he just stood there for a minute, and I shot him with the rocket launcher. And for some reason, I put the rocket launcher away. I don't know why. I know you have to hit him twice with the rocket launcher before him to go down. And I took out my handgun and I shot him in the butt, and he died. I have a clip of it. He shot him in the butt and he died. I'm like, wow. Okay.
It's too funny.
And I started laughing. I thought it was hysterically funny. I don't know why. It's like, okay, so he can take electricity and a rocket, but a shot to the butt kills him. It's great. It's great.
Too funny.
I love it. That's like when I was playing Monster Hunter and I kill one of the big monsters with a pebble. Like, so last shot, I throw a rock at him and he dies. It's just one of those moments like, well, I feel beefy. But yeah, that was pretty cool. Excuse me. Oh, man. But Resident Evil is amazing. Guys, if you haven't tried Resident Evil, please go and play it! It's amazing.
You're in for a treat.
A big treat. There's a different variety. There is a game for everyone in Resident Evil.
It's true.
There is a game for everybody. Every kind of person. You got your super action ones. You have your super creepy ones. You have your annoying, I want to beat this and never play it again ones. So everybody has a specific game. But yeah. So we're going to end the stream there. I want to thank my very special guests, Queen17KB and Shotgunjen, whom I love very much. Thank you for being on here with me.
Yeah, it was a lot of
for
fun.
having us.
And just rambling about Resident Evil for the last 2 hours and 16 minutes.
Of course.
I thought this would be before 2 hours, but I forgot it was Resident Evil, and I just totally just went off on a tangent. I'm sorry.
Of course, there's so many games and lore you can talk about.
But yeah, please go follow them on their channels. They're both amazing streamers and people, and they play and stream horror and stuff, which is also awesome. Wait, who's that? Who is that? Oh, I put the emote in there. Why did I do that?
Oh my god.
We said Queen 13 blush.
I don't know why I did that.
I should change
Oh,
my
I
name
did it
to
again.
Queen
Stop
13
that.
Oh my god.
Oh my
Oh,
god.
that's brilliant.
Stop
That
it.
should be my new name.
Queen Blush.
17 Blush.
Can you put it on there?
Twitch channel.
There we go. Queen17 KB, she plays lots of games, but hasn't been streaming a whole lot. But when she does stream something, go watch it because she's amazing. What was that we were playing last? Why
Girl,
did your game come up?
Queen 17.
What? See, it's really, really not liking me today. Why are you not?
I'll play known games.
Wait.
Why is this so hard?
I'll do this, and then you just add me.
What?
That's easier.
Try that. You work? There! You were playing Remothered.
Yes.
Oh, I wanted to try that.
She's running around like a mad woman.
I don't even know what
Yes,
the
there
heck.
was a naked man running after me. It was very scary.
A naked man chasing you? Oh my
Yeah.
goodness. And Jen, that one worked. She was playing Dead by Daylight, which is also really, really fun to watch because she plays with a lot of fun people, including Pete. But I probably shouldn't say she's playing with Pete because it doesn't sound right.
Jan is playing with Pete.
But please go and follow them. They are amazing people and they are my bestest online friends. So please. And I thank everybody for stopping by. And Paul, for God's sake, thank you so much for all of the subs and craziness. You're an amazing being. And Red, thank you for your raid because that was amazing too. But yep, so we're gonna end it there. Queen and Jen, you can jump off now if you want, or you can hang out until I raid somebody.
I'll wait. Or I'll wait.
You'll wait?
Okay.
Alright, so they're going to do that. Would you stop trying to attack people with that form? We're trying to find new ways to improve the
Lexi.
channel. And Lexi keeps pushing this form on people. Please fill out this form and suggest things for my channel, basically. Alright, let's see who we can raid. Oh, we're definitely gonna raid Brogan because Brogan is playing Resident Evil 4, and that's what we were talking about today.
Oh, my favorite.
Yes, Brogan is funny and sassy and has little baby kittens, and I love her a whole lot. Please go and say hi to her. You don't have to follow, you don't have to subscribe, but she is an amazing streamer as well, so we're gonna do that. Oh, she's got
She
the
has the
noir
same
outfit
mic
too
as
with the
me.
Tommy gun. So good. But anyway, so
She
we're
knows
gonna
how
go
to play
do that.
Raccoon.
Guys, please have an amazing evening. I will see you guys again on Tuesday. I have no idea what I'm going to be playing because I haven't made the list yet. But remember, I love you, and please have a good day, okay? Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye.